This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome back to the game edition streams of Dolynny TV. It's been a little while. Of course, the Oilers out on the East Coast for the past week. That makes the old trek real hard to keep up with. Saturday last week, a busy week, and obviously it started off what was a very wild rest of the ride here for the Edmonton Oilers and of myself personally. But Sunday night, 7 p.m., sitting around the house. Yeah, we got time to live stream tonight. I think we can do that. So, should be good to go here in about the span of 20 minutes or so. Of course, the Oilers dropping the puck 7 p.m. against the Anaheim Ducks. That is 7 p.m. Mountain Time, by the way. So, again, if you're out in some other time zone, plan accordingly. But, yeah, no, right now we are just gearing up for this one. A game that's, again, important for the Oilers, but you need to win about 3 or 4 more games for the games to be truly important for the Oilers. When you look at the standings, and we've had this chat the past few days here today and yesterday, you look at it right now in the Western Conference, how things stack up is the Edmonton Oilers are trying to chase down Seattle, trying to chase down St. Louis. St. Louis just moved up to 23 points today. Seattle obviously in a game against the Chicago Blackhawks tomorrow on Tuesday by the looks of it. Do they play today, I wonder? Does not look like they play today. So they are back to action on Tuesday. We are obviously in action today. So there's a little something we can do to catch ground on Seattle, I guess you could say. Arizona's at 20 points. So again, catch ground on them. Biggest thing though is tonight you take the 2 points from Anaheim. It's a divisional matchup and you catch them a little bit. Now you're only 3 points back. You're ahead of Minnesota. That's how you start making ground, is start beating the teams closest to you in the standings. Little by little climb up, past them, and away you go. So hopefully the case tonight. Friends, welcome aboard. David, Linda, Jeff, Alan, BOG. I think that's just the easiest way to say that one. Peter, Sam, Jonathan, and Brett, Prismic, Chaos. And we already caught you, Peter. There we go. Everybody tune in. Sorry, the comments don't usually roll in that fast, that furious, right off the start of the stream. But I'll echo the sentiments tonight. When you need a win tonight, like I said, that's just how you get going to where we need to be. And big thing, too, here is the Oilers just need to show a good performance tonight. That's the big part, is just go out there, do your thing, make it count, and then, yeah, go out there and do your thing a couple more times in a row, and we should be good to go. So, Kane, welcome in as well. But, yeah, right now as it stands, friends, we just got to wait for this hockey game to get underway. Thankfully, I've been joking all day. Thankfully, it is not a 2 p.m. Start for the Oilers against the Ducks on Sunday. That was a little traumatizing last year, watching the Oilers just absolutely flail against the Ducks' fourth-string goaltender in December last year. That was not a good memory. Obviously, it was a good time catching up with Patrick and Gillis TV up there in Edmonton for that game, but still tough when you have the Oilers just mustering nothing against one of the worst teams at that point in the NHL. They've got NHL's best on right now as we get things started up for this Edmonton Oilers game this evening. 6:45, 6:40 start time. Figured we got some stuff to catch up on anyway. I at least figure. I don't think we actually do, because I think we've said as much as there is to say at this point. Washington, like I said, for those of you that got to watch the game, I'm sure you have a much different interpretation than I potentially do. But no, it was a good game from the Oilers from everything that I heard. Bob Stauffer, Cam Moon were just raving about the Oilers' effort. I think that's the biggest thing, is they just dominated the game start to finish. Yeah, you know what, even if the Capitals are a bad team, what, do you want them to lose to a bad team? We already did that to the Sharks, and thankfully the Vancouver Canucks lost to the Sharks as well last night, although maybe not thankfully, as that allows the Sharks to climb up the basement a little bit as well. But that's where we are tonight, friends. We are just waiting for this hockey game to get underway. Sounds like laundry is done. Little Sunday evening routine getting back into full swing now that it is almost December. Crazy to absolutely think that we are, November 26th right now. That is insanity. Normally we'd have Grey Cup on this weekend. I don't know why the CFL changed that. I think there's some kind of explanation there. But normally it would be Grey Cup weekend right now, and it's not. So we will just keep rolling along here and see what ends up coming of it for us. This Sunday night for the Edmonton Oilers instead. No hard decisions to be made, which is good to see. Yeah, realistically, friends, I thought I had a little bit more planned for the pregame. I think we can find the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers tonight because there's really not much to it when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers this evening. But let's go quickly check to see who has the lineup. I wonder if Bob Stauffer would have that for us. No, he has 9 hours ago, nothing there. So the Edmonton Oilers definitely do not have the lineup for us. So again, right, it's the same lineup as you saw against Washington. If you need to know, Broberg's out, Gagne's out, and that gives you the gist of who's playing, who's not, I guess would be the best way to say it. Toff, welcome in. And who else am I missing here? Russell as well, as we're just getting... We're getting started here on the live stream. Obviously tonight, a big game for the Oilers to just keep righting the ship little by little by little, right? A get-right game against Washington. Maybe, just maybe the Oilers find a get-better game here against Anaheim. I don't know what the follow-up to a get-right game would be, but hopefully it just keeps rolling along and the Oilers figure it out here, and they do their thing. Again, you see where I'm at with it, right? It's struggling to just try and hold on to any sort of hope, but we'll see what the Oilers can do here. As we go, Kyle, welcome in. And yeah, I think we've caught everybody into the chat so far, so that's a good thing right now. Obviously, I did have the news earlier today. It appears very likely that Jack Campbell will at least get one more NHL chance before the Oilers decide to move on from him. I mean, that does make sense. I think that was going to be the plan all along. Let him write his game down in the AHL for the month of November and then come back strong in December, hopefully. I think that was the plan, but we'll see what ends up being the case here for the Edmonton Oilers and Jack Campbell, because yikes, it's not been good all year, and I don't know if it's going to get any better, I guess you could say, because with Jack Campbell it's been an adventure for a year and a half, and if he fails this time around, I think that's the final nail in the coffin. Albeit we'll have a little discussion tomorrow, and what happens with Jack Campbell could top anything that's happened under Ken Holland before, so see what happens there. But I will tell you, watching Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes last night on Hockey Night in Canada, man, oh man, are those two just dang special. I might have a little Tuesday morning edition of Dolynny TV for you that discusses something that I think has shifted in my mind actually over the past little bit here, and watching After Hours with Cale Makar the other night, last night actually, might have just sealed the final nail in the coffin, to be honest with you. And I think that's a good discussion we should have maybe on Tuesday, right? I can start canning some of the content here over the next little bit and making sure we keep the channel moving along, as it's much easier to record stuff in the evening and set it out for the next morning than it is to try and just rush 2 videos during a night. So lessons learned from a good November. All right, friends, we are getting started tonight. Obviously, 63 of you tuning in. If you are in the stream and you could hit that like button right away here on the channel, that would be great, or on the stream itself, that would be fantastic. We're already up to 17 likes. I'm sure we can hit 25 well before the start of the game. I assume we can do that, no problemo, but just obviously looking for a good effort tonight out of the Edmonton Oilers. That's number one. I will keep repeating myself on that, because a win and suddenly you're moving bit by bit up the standings, and that does you so much. Laura, welcome in. Of course, Tim, welcome in as well, and Chris, welcome in as well. So we're catching everybody just kind of coming in here this evening. I'm just rambling on about nothing, because end of the day is I can ramble on about the Oilers doing this, the Oilers doing that, the Oilers trying this, the Oilers trying that. Again, until they actually produce results, it's all meaningless. And I mean, it's the same thing the Oilers have been doing all season, talking a good, tough game and then not backing it up, right? So, end of the day, we can sit here and have a great time, or we can just sit here and have a bad time, or we can just kind of pass the time. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So, Friends, the game tonight, I think the biggest thing is the Oilers. You go out there, you win tonight, you win the next one, you win the win after that. I think we play Vegas next. That's a big game. I mean, that's a huge game. But you talk about what Oilers fans' opinions will change like when the Oilers, if they win against Vegas, that's going to change all of everything in Edmonton, I'll tell you that. And Prismic, to answer your question, it is Mr. Sorry. It's Mr. Stuart Skinner in net for the Edmonton Oilers again tonight. That seems to be the case for the next foreseeable little bit. He'll probably play all the games this week, if not into the weekend when the Oilers have the break. And then from there, Jack Campbell returns and the crease gets split in half once again, I would expect. But we'll see what ends up coming from here. Tough. I think you've got the math wrong on 95 points right there. 768. I think it's actually 668 if I'm not mistaken. The Oilers have 13 points. They played 19 games. 82 minus 19. Just doing this math for you. Times 126 points possible. Times 0.668 would get you 84 points. So it's about 65 points. So no, that's all. That is all good stuff. That's all good. I was like 668. Sounds a lot more logical to me. I was like, that jumps off the page. But Peter, the system that Chris Knobloch is implementing is better than Woody's. Again, Woody's system there. Don't read too much into that. I think that was a comedy of errors on the entire organization perspective. Of no matter who decided to implement that system, it kind of comes down to they did not have the personnel to deploy it. So when you look at that, it's again, is one guy tries to do this, it's comedy of errors, and if it's a miscommunication between the front office and the head coach under Jay Woodcroft, that's a big problem, more so than just trying to implement a system. So when it comes down to that whole situation, I think the nice part is the Oilers' results have been better under Chris Knobloch. Not saying much better, but better is the big key, right? And hopefully for the Oilers tonight, that again proves to be the case. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up coming from it this evening. But at current, friends, we're just on the commercial break from Hockey's Best. So we'll see what is in store this evening. Again, I'm thinking the Oilers come out with a good effort. I think the Ducks, I don't know if they'll be sitting Carlson for rest tonight. He's been getting a lot of time off, just trying to adapt him to the NHL game and see what ends up coming from it. But hold on, just a text message here. Yeah, all right, here we go, friends. Oh boy, I am just absolutely beat down. It's been a long couple of weeks here in obviously November. The days start getting shorter, all that, and it's kind of tough to try and just survive what's been a grinder of a few weeks for the Edmonton Oilers as well. You got to think the Oilers going through an Eastern Conference road trip, that's kind of tough just based on the timing of those games. Those being 5 p.m. games for us here in Alberta. For those of you wondering why I haven't been streaming, well, you consider that I can't get home any sooner than about 5:30 any given day. Kind of makes it tough to boot up a stream and stuff in time for a hockey game, and especially when the Oilers are doing what they've been doing, it's not really all that worth it. I found myself out for wings on Wednesday night, pretty much actively cheering against the Edmonton Oilers because of how I was going to say something else. How dang terrible they were against the Carolina Hurricanes, and that's hopefully where we find a better effort from Washington coming into this game against Anaheim. And I mean, Anaheim's riding good, but they've only got 18 points on the season. They're realistically not that much better than us. You're talking about a team that's also out of the playoff picture, so it's not like the Oilers are that terrible that the Anaheim Ducks have moved so far ahead of us just 5 points ahead in the standings. So we'll see what comes of it this evening. But as we continue along, friends, obviously, to everybody joining the chat, thanks for being along for the ride. I think tonight we got, just about 6 minutes to go until this game flips over to the Oilers broadcast. We'll get Gene Principe on our television sets and we'll get going. This is also the weird part about doing live streams irregularly during a month is it kind of throws you out of the rhythm. And I'm telling you, I'm struggling without the rhythm I'm normally in. But I don't think anyone's really typed out the lines for us tonight to go through. But I believe from everything it is the same as against Washington. Whether that holds up or not, we'll find out. Because obviously for the Oilers, you know how lines usually don't hold up very, very long. So I'm just watching some of the NHL's best plays here over the past little bit. There's been some nifty little goals, that's for sure. Kyle Connor scoring that one against Nashville is a nice little one. That's tucking it behind essentially 2 goalies at one point. But as we keep going here, friends, I think it's going to be a very interesting game for the Oilers in terms of what kind of intensity they bring on a Sunday night at home, right? I think, too, how much the crowd's into it early will be a key interesting thing because we know sometimes the crowd at Rogers Place can be dead. I know Saturday afternoon games, Sunday afternoon games were very typically dead in the stands, so we'll see if that ends up being the case tonight. But I think for the Oilers, you just got to come out and give everybody in the stands something to cheer about because if you do that, it could be a fun Sunday night of hockey on what is an important hockey game for us tonight. Again, I almost feel silly saying important hockey game because it feels like we are that far out of it that nothing's important anymore. But the weird part is you start chipping away here and you chip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins in a row and suddenly they do get important. So that's it's tough, let me tell you. But that's where we're at. So hopefully it all comes together for us tonight and it works out. As I'm loving the singing suggestions. Obviously, Jonathan's pointing to a video that I did earlier in the summer there, something that I just wanted to get out. I've done the spoken lyrics videos before, and then I proceeded to get really busy over the course of the summer and not do any more. I should have done something for last night by Morgan Wallen too, but no, absolutely. It's always nice to have a little variety to what I do, and obviously in the summertime I'm hoping this year I can do a little bit more variety stuff. That said, we'll see where the channel's at that point before we start doing some weird variety, and obviously how much Oilers news there is. I should have been doing a lot more variety this summer because the Oilers were not making much news this past summer. But as we go, friends, Roger, welcome in. And as we're just rolling along, I think the biggest thing tonight is probably get a good performance from Stuart Skinner again. That's, I think, what we could answer. Stuart Skinner goes out there and gives us another 20-25 save performance. We're probably sitting pretty good against the Anaheim Ducks. I don't know what their shots per game are this season, but I assume if the Oilers can limit Anaheim to about 25 shots on net and Stuart Skinner saves about 21, 22, 23 of them, we should be okay to find the win column. Honestly, right, I think you should have no problem finding it because if the Oilers' offense is resurging, well, it could be a good sign the Oilers are ready to bust out and start winning hockey games the way they used to. So, all right, let me not set this down on top of the table because apparently that makes a lot of noise. I'm going to take a quick, that's what I'm saying. Let me go here. 2.3 times divided by 60. How about that? 17 hours on the stream so far, so we should be ready to rock and roll here in a little bit. But 17 hours on the stream to start things out. That's not a bad kickstart, I guess you could say. My apologies, friends, for the slower start. I was napping about 2 hours ago and then just had to get up and get some food in me, and now I'm ready to rock and roll, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see how long we last tonight. It's obviously a 7 p.m. start, so it shouldn't be impossible to get going. Wilner, why is Jack Campbell coming back up? I'd ask the same question, but that's the Edmonton Oilers' plan. So, it is what it is at this point, and we'll see if the Oilers, if they get some kind of result out of them. That's the big thing, right? So, hopefully Jack Campbell turns in a good performance here when he eventually comes up. He won't be back up until the end of the month, I think, is the going theory at this point anyway. So we don't got much to worry about in terms of things right now. But again, over the next week or two, we should see Jack Campbell suit up for his next Oilers game, and never know what he's going to turn in. I do find it interesting that Manny Legacy has been given a role within the Condors organization looking after Jack Campbell. I wonder if that inevitably spells the end of Dustin Schwartz. I doubt it, but again, with Jay Woodcroft fired and Ken Holland being a figurehead, everything I would assume is on the table. So, oh boy, it's been a long 2-3 weeks. Let me tell you that, friends. If you think I've had any fun posting anything over the past little bit, you'd be coloring yourself the shocked when I say no, because it is honestly losing, and talking about losing is probably one of, if not the most painful things to do on YouTube. We've got the Edmonton Oilers intro for tonight coming in right now. Nugent-Hopkins, perfectly batted puck there. That did sound like an absolutely sick goal, so see what happens here, as there's a whole bunch of beautiful highlights from that game. Stuart Skinner obviously getting the shutout. And now we'll see the Edmonton Oilers broadcast intro coming here, and we'll get kick-started for tonight's hockey game just like that. I don't know why they've still got that old Connor McFlow fist pump in there, but that's their choice. That's a stylistic choice. Anaheim Ducks versus Edmonton Oilers, Rogers Place, downtown Ice District. This is obviously oil country as well, sitting on top of the building there. You got the Sportsnet Lounge, you got Gene Principe doing his thing here, and he's got the Jenga blocks going, he's got the mustache going. It's it's late November. You got to remember, late November, it is still November. Seems like this month's been going forever. Oh my goodness. Jay Woodcroft's got quite the mustache going there. Building Knobloch's, well, Chris Knobloch's 3-3 as head coach so far for the Edmonton Oilers. 3 wins, 3 losses. Looking to go back above 500 here and then hopefully keep building us up. Whether you like Chris Knobloch or not really the question. The question right now for the Edmonton Oilers is how many games can they win? How late in the season can they keep the winning going? And then will it eventually lead to what we need in terms of a Stanley Cup playoff appearance? Tower over Washington, well, 3 points per game. Points per game. Power play goals, 5 for 5 on the penalty kill, and first shutout of the season. You remember famously, it was the game Patrick and I broadcast live from the Imperial Place in Cold Lake, Alberta last year, where we got our first shutout of the season. That was a massive effort from the Edmonton Oilers. They would proceed to do it again the next night, but we'll see what happens here for the Edmonton Oilers. Obviously, too, the Anaheim Ducks now on a 5-game losing streak. So again, a team that we can go catch in the standings right here, right now. I didn't even notice the Ducks were on a 5-gamer, but yeah, they are, and so too are the Minnesota Wild. So we'd leapfrog the Minnesota Wild tonight in game 20 of our season for 15 points. Then proceed to get within 3 points of the Anaheim Ducks. Things would be looking a little bit more lively if that is the case. So friends, we're closing in on tonight's hockey game, as we should be close to this one getting underway. Got a Lego commercial that gets immediately cut off by the Sportsnet Plus. We will resume in a few minutes here, but we should be ready to rock and roll here in just a few moments time, friends. Welcome aboard. Sorry that I'm a little bit more quiet than I normally am pregame. It's just been just been a slow Sunday, I guess you could say. Trying to wake up all day, pretty much. Got out of bed a little too early this morning, needed breakfast, a little hungry. And ended up just bumming around all day, doing some laundry, watching some TV, and now here we are live streaming a hockey game at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Ay. Good morning. But yeah, as we go, if you're just joining in, I think the big message is today We just need to get a better result, that obviously being a win. You won against Washington, you win tonight, that's 2 in a row. You win the next night against Vegas, that's a big victory. People start taking note of the Edmonton Oilers once again, and then we go from there. But the Oilers Friday versus Washington, Connor McDavid his 24th career 4-point game, Leon Draisaitl's 82nd career 3-point game, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' 41st career 3-point game. So that's where we're at. We've got Chief Willie Littlechild obviously doing our land acknowledgement for tonight's hockey game, and then we should be ready to rock and roll with both anthems again. It's the American and Canadian national anthems as per usual for an American team in the building, and we'll see what the Oilers produce for a result. So all right, Toff, you're gonna watch this one from bed. We will catch you tomorrow. I am sure there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff to discuss tomorrow after this hockey game comes to a conclusion. We'll see if that ends up being the case for a win tonight. And of course, friends, I'm seeing a lot of people throwing their predictions into the chat for who needs to get going tonight. I think the big thing this evening is everybody in the lineup needs a result. You need good fourth line role playing. You need good third line role playing. You need good depth scoring. You need good second line support. You need your top line flying, all of that. And the Edmonton Oilers should be able to find a result. I believe Lucas Dostal is in net for the Anaheim Ducks. He's the one that stonewalled us back last year in December at home in what was a 4-3 or 3-2 loss against the Ducks in a sleepy Saturday or Sunday affair. I honestly don't even remember which day of the week it was. That's how memorable it was. I just remember I was in Edmonton for it. So, yeah, we're getting things going here, friends. The Ducks fans in the stands have those new Ducks uniforms on. Good to see. And we'll see what ends up coming from this here right away. All right, we've got the Ducks on the bench. They're looking to snap a 5-game loser, and the Oilers looking to extend to a 2-game little mini streak here. Rob Clark doing the anthems, and he is ready to rock and roll with O Canada. So we are ready for this one this evening, and we should be ready for this one. I think we should be ready. I think. Come on, the Oilers are going to show up tonight, right? That's maybe something I didn't worry or wonder about, is if the Oilers are going to end up showing up tonight, but I'd assume that they will. Jay, welcome in. Thank you for hitting the super chat button there. I think I caught you earlier, but yeah, no, it's again, we are just hoping the Oilers show up tonight. That's end all be all, friends. If you're just joining the board, its biggest thing is we gotta hit that show up gear and go out there and get this job done, and that's lines 1 through 4. We are rolling 12 forwards tonight. James Hamlin remains in the lineup. Adam Ernie remains in the lineup. Sam Gagner sits. That is, of course, what the case was going to be with him all season anyway. And we'll see what ends up coming from this. But yeah, we are getting things situated for this one as O Canada about to come to a close here between the Oilers and Ducks pregame situation, friends. As we wrap that up, actually, to give you an idea of how the pre-stream filled out, I guess you could say here, 597. How about that? Not a bad little start to the stream, that's for sure. 33 hours watched. Thank you so much for obviously hanging out with me to start things off. We are ready for hockey. Lucas Dostal, 5-3-0, 378 goals against average, and an 893 save percentage. So the man's saving the puck, but still giving up a ton of goals. That's not necessarily a good thing. Stuart Skinner, 5-7-1, 337 goals against average. So look at the difference in the GAA, but the save percentage not that much better. He does, however, register a shutout on the season. The puck is down. The Ducks win it back just barely. They've got it back to their own blue line. They'll come near side and forward into the Edmonton Oilers zone along the left side wing. Matthias Ekholm touch pass up the boards and allows the Oilers to group up into neutral, and this one will just skirt, kind of pop around a couple times. Zach Hyman able to find it. He'll fire it in down to Lucas Dostal. Dostal Plays it along the boards, right cut off now near side by Zach Hyman in the corner. He's battling the referee and a defenseman for the Anaheim Ducks. It comes free to the wing and it will be played up the boards and under control. Connor McDavid kicks it back to his defenseman, Evan Bouchard. He'll get in on the dump from Ekholm, off on the chase. Soft play there by McDavid to skate by his man instead of throwing the hit on him. That allows the Ducks to skate around in their own zone a little bit here, and the Ducks will go in front of their own bench, circle back to the dot in their zone. Well, okay, fire it right up the gut. Didn't know where that pass was going. Stuart Skinner, first save of the game. Good clear of the crease by the Edmonton Oilers. And how about this one? The Oilers will battle back inside their own blue line. The Ducks turn back their breakout immediately, and it looks like we are going to take a penalty call here for the Edmonton Oilers. By the looks of it, they got no block on the camera right now, so that would mean the Oilers have taken a slashing call. 2 minutes for slashing. Leon Draisaitl takes it right out of the gate here early in this one against Vakinen, and oh no, he got called for that on actually McTavish. Chopped him in the back of the legs again. We know that Leon Draisaitl's been doing that a lot lately, taking chops at guys' back legs. And I mean, a little message sending early. The Oilers' penalty kill was 5 for 5 against Washington. They get tested in the first minute-ish of this hockey game, and it's old friend Ryan Strome who will suit up to take this face-off. Ducks win it back. They've got it at the point. Fowler will walk it across to the far side. Shot fired on the pass from, I believe, Vatrano. And now it's cleared out by the Edmonton Oilers down the length of the ice, 150. So it was a $1.02 into this hockey game, and Leon Draisaitl's already throwing the lumber at guys' legs. 8-3. Oh my! The Sportsnet guys have this confused. The power play is at 25% for the Oilers, not the penalty kill. 8:30. There we go. Penalty kill ranked 23rd in the NHL, 76.3%. We'd like to see that climb a little bit higher, maybe to 77 tonight. Cam Fowler at the point. He's got it for the Ducks. He'll go far side. Shot comes in, deflects in front. Stuart Skinner sharp there to make sure it clears the crease. And Fowler once again with it at the point. He'll fire a shot drifted off the leg block of an Edmonton Oiler in front. Fowler loads up one more time. Shot comes in over top of the net from the Ducks, and it goes up on no to play. Ducks just moving the puck, retrieving it, and getting it back to the point as much as they possibly can. And that will spell a line change for both units, the penalty kill and the power play of both teams, and we are ready to go. I do not have my mouth under me tonight, I will tell you that much. We'll fight it and we'll get through it as we go along. But friends, if you're just tuning in, welcome aboard. Glad to have you as Ryan McLeod loses the face-off. This one tied up to the far side boards. A battle there won by the Oilers outside of the line. The Ducks regroup in the neutral zone. They're back to their own blue, and they will go chasing back into their own end for just a brief moment. The Oilers' penalty kill, actually a perfect 10 for 10 over the last two games as the Ducks load up. 45 seconds to go here in the power play. McTavish, who had his legs chopped by Leon Draisaitl to draw the penalty, gets it back to the point. The Ducks will cycle around the zone. This one worked over by Mintyukov, and the shot save made by Stuart Skinner. 17:26 to go here in this first period of play. Troy Terry back to the blue line, pass far side, back up to the point. Now back down low. The Ducks trying to work this puck, but Vinny Desharnais gets in with the leg and blocks it in front. And here comes Ryan McLeod with Warren Foegele. 2-on-1 back the other way over to Warren Foegele. Hops the stick. The Oilers, though, will do a good job penalty killing here, getting it deep around to the open wing. And that will kill off the time for the Ducks. Alex Killorn, who at one point I had on my, well, I guess you could say fantasy team, ditched him. 2-0 the shots for the Ducks. 16:50 to go here in this first period. Flipped in far side in the Oilers zone. Punched up over the wing, and here come the Oilers loading up Connor McDavid with Zach Hyman. McDavid to the outside, to the inside, now behind the net as he gets shoved off the puck. The Oilers, though, quickly regather, try and steal it back. Kane can't do it. Back the other way here, busting through are the Ducks far side. Everybody's sleeping, and the Oilers get scored on, as that was a ridiculous sequence of events as it just broke down as they skated down the ice. Evander Kane slowing up as he crossed the blue line, and now Chris Knobloch looking maybe to challenge this one, not sure. But that was a typical Oilers blunder right there. That was ugly. This one comes up the board and just nobody's hustling back. I guess there's one guy hustling back. That'd be Cece. But nobody takes the open man down the wing. See, Kane's just slowed down right to nothing. And there's nothing there to say that that's goalie interference or offside. Maybe it is offside. Hold on. Possibly. We've got possibly an offside there, but I don't think they're going to challenge. Didn't look conclusive enough to me, and we will continue along here. 16:20 to go in this first period of play. The Ducks will have it in behind their own net. They will force it back to center. And this one is going to be Vinny Desharnais playing it over near side to Adam Ernie. Ernie bounces it off the boards. Oilers tap it into the Ducks zone. Ducks, though, immediately regained it. Jones from Leeson and Vakinen, and they lead 1-0 to the Ducks. Brett Kulak here getting things going in behind the net over to Vinny Desharnais. Desharnais plays it right up on the tape ahead for the Oilers. This one's going to be chopped up there by the Ducks. Fowler over to the middle of the ice, carried by the Ducks. Now near side, the chip in there. This is going to go in behind for Ekholm, carrying ahead now the Oilers. Looking to roll this puck over. A couple of blunders there from the Ducks. Can't seem to get it out clean. They're going to turn this one over right now, and this is going to be lifted ahead by the Oilers. Draisaitl over to Brown. Now the shot scores! Evander Kane! Connor Brown with the assist. Hey, what do you say? We're all asking when Connor Brown's going to show up. He gets a point on a beautiful pass to Evander Kane, who makes up for his blunder just a few moments ago. And this game is tied 1-1. On the Oilers' first shot of the hockey game, you like to see that. You love to see that, in fact, as it just is a weird blunder there by the Ducks. They kind of overskated a puck by the looks of it in center ice, and then Brown just a quick, snappy pass over to Kane on a platter, and Ekholm gets the battle won there, and then Brown just a wherewithal pass to find it open, and that was a good little pass for sure to set up just a blast from Kane. I mean, that guy can release the puck no problem. And he did it right there. 10th goal this season for Evander Kane, so he's hit double digits already. And you think Connor Brown's first assist of the season, and Leon Draisaitl gets his 19th assist of the year. The Oilers now all of a sudden flying around here a little bit as Connor Brown will tap it down to Lucas Dostal. We'll have a coverage in the crease by Dostal, and we will have Evander Kane come over and say, "Hi guys, what's going on?" 15:03 to go in this first period, and all of a sudden we're not looking near as bad as it was about 2 minutes ago there. The Oilers turn and burn, and I mean, Ekholm, nice play over to Draisaitl, and then Draisaitl gets it to Brown. Brown puts it on a platter for Kane. Perfect shot from Kane right up under Dostal, and boom, back of the net it goes. So 15:03 to go, and the Oilers are going to lose a face-off that they won. Okay, that was tough. This one's going to be backhanded in behind the Oilers' net. Nice play by Darnell Nurse to reverse along the boards. Cody Ceci couldn't get there quick enough. And now the Oilers will be flying around in the defensive zone trying to knock Anaheim off the puck. Here's Ceci. Just nice little wherewithal to be right in the lane. Basically made Killorn lose the puck. Hyman wins the battle at the blue line. Sets up possession. Ceci pumps it on net. Blocked in front. Now Hyman takes a bump into the boards. He will try and spin off the check. Nothing happening there for Fowler, who is able to spin it over to the Ducks. They get it out to the blue line. That's about as far as it went for a brief moment before it was flipped into center ice, and Ceci looks like he might be hurt. Cody Ceci might have ate something up high, and the Ducks are chasing the Oilers around in their own zone as this one comes back up to the neutral. Ceci's currently going down the tunnel for the Edmonton Oilers, so Cody Ceci off injured after eating something up high. I really missed what happened along the boards there, but we'll have more on that in a moment as the Ducks have possession in the Oilers zone. They're working around. Here's the pass in front. This one's going to be fired down low. The shot comes in, and wow, my goodness. I have not seen Stuart Skinner look that awful on a goal against in a long while. Skinner literally fell right over as he's rolling around on his knees on that one. That was... wow, okay, that was not good at all. That was ugly as the Ducks were just rolling around in the zone. I don't even know what Stuart Skinner was looking at there. He just didn't really prepare for that puck, and he just went down almost immediately, and the Ducks get a second. Like, he went down before the shot, and then he tried to play it up high, and oof, that was ugly. As the Ducks just slam it home, more or less. So, friends, that's where we're at. Yeah, literally getting the text messages from people I don't usually get text messages from about hockey. This is beer league bad. 13:37 to go. Anaheim Ducks take an icing call. And yeah, that's an ugly one for the Edmonton Oilers right there. As Cody Ceci ate a puck right up off the face. That's what ended up happening. I wasn't sure if it was a stick or a puck. It ended up being a stick, lifting a puck right into his face. But Joro, welcome in. Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday evening to you. Welcome aboard. Thank you again, as always. 13:30 to go here in this first period of play, and we're just hoping this this Oilers team can figure it out, maybe somehow, some way, do this job and pull this off. Guys, we're down 2-1 here. And again, here's the thing. The losing's not even going to affect me like it did there for a little while. Because at this point, that's just the expected result, right? I think the biggest thing, we're hoping for better tonight. The Oilers answered back right away, getting that 1-1 goal. And now they're going to load up this face-off to try and trigger Draisaitl off the draw. They couldn't do it. Kane couldn't win it back. And the Ducks will flip it out to center. Bouchard bobbles the puck, regains it on the pickup. He'll fire it down low into the Ducks zone. Nice heavy hit there for the Oilers. Pass to the middle. Brown can't bite it there. Of course, this would be the Connor Brown redemption game right there. And this one's going to go down low. Shot fired. Nothing there. And this one comes around near side. 13:06 to go in this first period of play. As the Ducks will win it back to the blue line. They're going to fire the shot. Drifts in. Hits a man in front. Draisaitl looking for an option. He's got nobody up ice. Bouchard looking to skate this one back onto the tape of Draisaitl. Draisaitl far side pass over to Kane. Brown wires a shot, save made by Dostal. Let me tell you, Connor Brown looks like he's ready to go tonight. Well, one of the very few Oilers that does. Kulak fires a shot, blocked in front, goes to the near side, or far side corner, sorry. Kane right there on the battle, and Adam Ernie couldn't help him out by the looks of it either. Shot poked away by Stuart Skinner. This game is just wild to me right now, how sloppy it looks from both teams so far. Pass by the Oilers misses everybody. Ducks are going for a line change, and that will be not an icing call for some reason. Must have touched something along the way. The Ducks used it to complete the change, so maybe that's the reason. As this one will come back the other way for Killorn, whose stick had twisted up in his hands. Killorn will backhand in on Skinner. He'll make the save. So he's starting to recover from a shaky start there, just getting another touch of the puck. And here we go, this one down the length of the ice into Ducks territory. 11:50 to go here in this first period of play. 5-2 the shots for the Ducks, 2-1 the score for the Ducks. The Oilers almost get caught on too many men. Ducks again though, hunger on the puck, win a battle in the Oilers zone. They're going to chip it around in behind Skinner. Rolling out of the corner now, back to the point. The shot fired, save made. Skinner sits on the puck. I think that might have hit the post and hit Skinner in the back of the butt, but save made nonetheless for Stuart Skinner and the Edmonton Oilers. That's huge. And it remains 2-1, so that's where we're at right now, friends. And as we continue to go here, big shout out to Jay and Jordan so far on the chat for dropping the donos, as you would know. Friends, definitely we'll continue on ad-free the rest of this period. The one thing I will ask you, while we're at commercial, if you could hit that like button here on the stream, that would be greatly appreciated. We've already crossed 1,000 views on the stream, so we're crushing along tonight, that's for sure. And the only other thing I could ask, if you are new to the channel, not that I have my best tonight, but some nights I do, if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, that would be greatly appreciated. The Oilers, well, 11:39 to go here in this first period of play. They're not really dummying the Ducks at all. They're kind of dummying themselves so far, so that's a tough situation, but we'll see what ends up coming here for the Edmonton Oilers in the back half of this period. We're not even through the first half. That's kind of the saving grace of this hockey game. We'll be interested to see what ends up coming here. Let me go here and answer this. Boom. Okay, perfect. All right. So, friends, we are rolling along, obviously looking for this Edmonton Oilers team to respond in this situation that we're in. 2-1 down. like I said, the other day there when I was talking about that Carolina game, you just got to win. When you're down this bad in the standings, I don't care how you win. If you start winning 7-6 every game, you win every game 1-0, you win every game 3-1. I don't care. You just win. That's going to make a heck of a lot of differences. So we'll see if that ends up being the case here tonight. The Oilers find a way to just pull this one off. Obviously, being back down 2-1 right out of the gates, just 8.5 in, never a comfortable feeling. See if the Oilers can kind of reverse course here in the next little bit. But the Ducks back to the blue line, now over near side. Cam Fowler shot, save made by Skinner. Puck falls free, and then Skinner puts the glove down and makes his 4th save of the hockey game. So that's where we're at. Stuart Skinner not too impressed with himself by the looks of that one either. So the guy knows that he's not having a good hockey game so far, and he's trying to bite it back. Obviously, 2 goals against. If that stands up as the only 2 goals he gives up all game, we'll be applauding him and saying how much of a hero he is. But you've also done that in the first 8.5 minutes of the hockey game. So you got 50-ish minutes you got to fight through without giving up a goal, and obviously look good the rest of the way home. That's the big part. The Ducks transitioning through the neutral zone, going to flip it in on Skinner. He literally couldn't even glove that one out of the air. That's suspect at best. Nugent-Hopkins battling that puck. It comes free for the Ducks, who will work it around. Killorn plays it to the middle. This is going to be backhand shot, save made by Skinner. Again, he can't glove the puck. He is just leaking all over the place here, not able to slow down the pace of play. The Ducks rolling around the Oilers zone. This puck's going to finally pop free for Nurse, who will chip it up the boards. Here's Connor McDavid, 3-on-1 for the Oilers. Back to the other way, McDavid shoots, scores! 2-1! Turns into 2-2. I was going to say 2-1, but I forgot about that Ducks goal. It's been a long day. No, but the Oilers score the goal. And Connor McDavid's sniper mentality right there. Just shoot, baby. 3-on-1. No. 1-on-0 on the goalie. And he just fires it home. And this one's just a tough play here for the Ducks. They battled it free to an open wing, but just a perfect bank shot there by Nurse up the boards. And Connor McDavid walks down the wing and fires it far side on Draisaitl, who makes just not even really a good play at that at all. He just backs down and then tries to cheat to the side. McDavid fired it past him faster than he could cheat. So the Oilers 2 goals on 3 shots. The Ducks 2 goals on 7 shots. Now who looks like the bad goalie in this one? Draisaitl, though, as we know, also just starting to get his career underway. Kind of similar to Stuart Skinner, forced into the role more and more last year with the Ducks with their injuries, and now he's kind of become a more full-time guy with this Anaheim Ducks team. 7th of the season for Connor McDavid. Suddenly he's got 7 goals in 20 games, and he's on pace for 30. Matthias Ekholm working the puck over there, pushing the man off the puck. Hyman's 10th assist, Darnell Nurse's 3rd assist. That's a blowing tire there, and the Ducks back the other way. They'll get fired up in the zone. Shot fired off the shoulder of Skinner. That's his already 6th save. So the Ducks coming out firing the puck. Shot fired towards the net. Knocked down in front was one of the Ducks players. Here's Fogle battling around. He gains possession. He's got Derek Ryan chipping it right up into the middle. The Oilers scramble it up and are able to get it out of the zone. The Ducks have not looked perfect getting back in their own zone. They've given up a 2-on-1 and a 3-on-1 so far this hockey game. So if the Oilers want to kind of reverse it the other way and kind of cheat them to death on the odd man rushes, that might not be a bad thing at all. Here's this one's going to be flipped up into Ducks territory again. 9:09 to go, and like I said, see what the Oilers had in the back half of this first period. Well, they ended up getting a goal almost immediately after that, so not a bad result. Although with the way we're shooting on net, I would like a couple more shots because I like our odds. 66% chance so far this hockey game that the puck goes in when shot on net. So get to it, guys. Let's go. Ducks played off the board through the neutral zone. Here come Anaheim as they'll walk across the Oilers line to the outside. The shot save made by Skinner again. The positioning just looks shaky. And then the Oilers mishandle a pass to Draisaitl, who was saying, look like you're going to pass it to me and then fire it off the boards and get it down low because I don't want that puck. And give me just a second here. Stream just freeze up as it typically does. Once in the first period, once every period. And we're going to have an ice and call against the Edmonton Oilers. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting, friends. It's been an interesting start to this hockey game so far, that's for sure. We'll see if the Oilers decide to start shooting the puck a little bit more. But as Patrick says live in the chat right now, 4 goals on 10 shots could be a football score tonight. You're not just a kid in an old 7-6, 8-7, whatever. 10-7? Can the Oilers score 10 tonight? 10 on the Ducks? Let's go. Obviously, the way they're shooting the puck tonight, that could be a real possibility. But as we also just sit here and check on the stats quickly, 76 hours on the stream. So we should be good to go for 100 by the end of the period. 8:14 to go here in this first period of play, like I'm saying. And the Oilers' fourth line on the ice, Adam Erne. I do like Adam Erne's game. I just don't know if it's NHL caliber for what the Edmonton Oilers need in that fourth line role. But again, Adam Erne is a guy that can inject a little bit of energy into your lineup every so often. So as long as you use him well, it could be well paying. As Janmark's also out there, a guy who, again, steady Eddie NHLer for you, but not a guy who's going to necessarily move the needle a ton if you play him more than fourth line minutes. Coming back the other way, though, here's the Ducks to the attack. What a tie-up by Nurse. Sent the man into the corner, basically, just by bumping him in front, so that's huge. Coming back down the other way, the Oilers have iced the puck. We'll have a face-off in the Oilers' end with 7.5 minutes to go. So, all right, that's where we're at. Skinner coming to play that puck, and then he gets walked around. And I think it's actually more Brett Kulak on that play. No. I think the big thing, yeah, Kulak, Skinner, and Nurse kind of all sealed the wall. Ducks are going to scramble up the first draw, so the linesman will drop the puck yet again. We'll have a new winger come in to take this face-off here, and he will scramble it up. In behind the Oilers' net, here comes Darnell Nurse, firing it right up the middle on net. The shot scores! What a breakaway. The Oilers out-rushing the Ducks tonight. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the goal. What a pass right there. Peter, you faked me out, bud. You said goal that way. Small caps. That doesn't work for me. We need big caps. We need to make sure that's an Oilers goal. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, though, what a shot on goal to make that one happen. As just a face-off win there. Darnell Nurse right up the gut. The Oilers have found the passes tonight. And look at that. Right on the tape. Nugent-Hopkins 360 shot blocker side on Draisaitl. Thank you, Peter. And that's a huge play there from Nurse, just right up the gut. He's got 2 assists. And bing, bang, boom. The Oilers 4 shots on net, 3 goals for. Again, we're talking about how much Skinner sucks. Whew, this Draisaitl guy ain't looking much better. If not, he's looking worse. 5th goal of the season for Nugent-Hopkins. Another save for Skinner there. Nurse and McDavid with the assist. So McDavid now up to 22 points on the campaign. You like to see it. Icing call there against the Oilers again. They'll set up the breakaway pass one more time if you ask them to. They've had a good game on the passing tonight, that's for sure. It's Connor Brown's perfect pass, and then obviously too, it's just been everything. The pass up to Connor McDavid earlier on that goal, and then the one on Nurse just now. It's worked out good so far. You like to see it. Now we'll have a face-off to the left of Skinner this time. The face-off won by the Ducks. The shot fired towards the net goes way wide. Maybe a misdirection there for the Ducks, trying to force that puck to the corner for an open possession. And it seems like it may very well work here, as the Oilers are going to pick this puck up and fire it up off the glass. 3 points Friday versus Washington. 154th multi-point game for Nugent-Hopkins, who will finish with a nice, decent amount of points in his career once it's all said and done. 6:40 to go here in this first period to play. The Ducks across the blue line. This one's in on net. They're going to see it pushed to the outside. The Oilers will gather. Kane plays it ahead off the skates of Draisaitl. The Oilers again, nice little transition play through the neutral zone to pass around the Ducks. Here's Brown getting to the attack. He gets spun off the puck, but Kane takes his man down almost immediately, and then Draisaitl gets to the play, and it'll be fired back out to the blue line, and this will be almost a turnover for the Oilers. Bouchard, who had a man standing right on him, and the Oilers will make a quick play at the blue line, fire it in, and that will pretty much do it here for this little bit of sequence. As the Ducks pick it up in behind their own net, they will roll up the boards, play it along, cut off by the Oilers for a brief moment. Kane looking to make the play. He does, and now Draisaitl will fire it up to Evan Bouchard, who leaves it there for Kane. Kane around the defender, front of the net. Ekholm just about, I don't know where Ekholm came from, but he just about snuck that one in there. And this will go all the way down the length of the ice against the Ducks for an icing call, and Ekholm liking it. So you're liking this one so far. 5:41, 4 shots on net for the Oilers, 3 goals for the Oilers. And that one, I honestly don't even know where Mattias Ekholm came from, but he snuck all the way down, and then Draisaitl makes the save. So interesting there, but big play there for the Edmonton Oilers. And I don't know if Mattias Ekholm's arguing that went in, or he was kind of chirping at somebody about something. Chris Knobloch's talking it over. Mattias Ekholm's like, hey, show me that replay on the board, eh? All right. And the referees are looking at that to see if that went in the net. And here's Evander Kane putting that on net. And here's... that may very well have gone in. I need to see a side angle, but that very well have gone in. We're going to see the overhead now. It's not going to show nothing. Nope, that's not going to show nothing. That might be in, friends. That will be likely no goal, but this is going to be the side angle I'm talking about right here. And the snow's covering it up, so that I think actually might be across the line. And it looks like there's no goal on the play. So Mattias Ekholm smiling about it. Oh, no, actually, they're still reviewing it. Sorry, I got to turn up my TV volume. I don't know what's going on, why the water's running so bad in here. But, yeah, it's tough. That might be in, but to honestly say it is in, that's going to be a hard convinced job for these referees, because I think the big thing is it's no goal on the ice, so you got to remember that means you got to find conclusive evidence, and if this is the most conclusive angle we have, we're going to be in trouble. Oof. Jeez. Get super slow-mo there. Yeah, see, that's across the post, but is it across the line? Because it needs to be all the way in. And that's on the line there. It sneaks behind the post. I mean, if it's behind the post, technically it's in the net, but I don't see there's anything anything that we can say means it's a goal. Yeah, that's where it's going to be at. I think the big thing is this is no goal unless the referees have a different angle than what we're being shown on the broadcast here. I mean, 5:41 to go here in the first period, and the Oilers just about to maybe score goal number 4 of the game. Mattias Ekholm about to pound in another one this season. That'd be all right. I mean, we could take that. That'd be a big victory. The Edmonton Oilers want to get that going. Well, we'll find out here in a matter of seconds, I'm sure. Mattias Ekholm's pretty convinced that it's a goal. Right now, you've got the referees looking at it, and this is causing quite the major delay in this hockey game as they continue to mull this one over. 5:41 to go as Ekholm's working here. Knobloch's talking about things with Glenn Gulletson. And it looks like we're going to see this here. The referees are going to look at it one more time. And the call is likely, from what I'm seeing in the chat, to be no goal. That's tough. But they're looking at it right up close there. And Mattias Ekholm sitting there saying, hey, I would like a goal on this, but it's going to be no goal here. And it looks like they might have a different angle than we had, just based on that iPad look. Seems like they were a little bit more zoomed in, a little bit more crystal clear. So interesting to see what happens there. But the referees have put the headsets down, and well, at the end of the day, it's going to be no goal, and that's all she wrote. So no goal. There you go. So we'll have 5:41 to go and a face-off to the right of Lucas Draisaitl, who for the time being remains with a .400 save percentage on this hockey game. 3 goals on 5 shots. The Oilers, though, flying and beating Draisaitl at the premium so far. So let's see what happens here. Is this one's going to be a face-off redone? It's Foegele, Hamlin, and Derek Ryan on the ice. This one's played down low. Ryan will work off the boards here, stumble around. He's looking to battle through here. This one goes down low to Foegele. He'll work off the boards, and now here comes Desharnais at the blue line, keeping it in. Kulak's going to wind up the slap shot. It deflects off right onto the tape of Desharnais, who turns it over promptly. I mean, he did not waste any time there, and the shot glove saves Stuart Skinner, and we will live to see another face-off here as Skinner makes his 8th save of the hockey game. As there is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins obviously scoring a goal that seems like 10 months ago already after that review, as we end up making another save to keep us right where we are. Friends, if you are new to the channel and your first time aboard, thanks for being along for the ride. If you are new, I consider hitting that subscribe button if I were you. Obviously closing in on 15,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the year, if all goes according to plan, that would be super. We'll see what ends up happening. You know, when you check your phone, you realize you missed several texts. Yeah, that happens to me quite a bit. All right, here we go. We should be good to go, friends. I would like a drink here, but we've got 4:56 to go, so I'll take my time and go get a drink after this period is over. But again, as we keep going, where are we at right now? We're looking at, as it currently stands, 1525 times 3.7 divided by 60. How about that? 94 hours on the stream. We should be ready to crush off the last little bit here in this final little bit. As again, friends, it's been a wild ride this week. Obviously, like I said, if you're just tuning in for the first time in a while, it's been a wild ride this week. The Oilers lost 3 straight, then proceeded to pick up the win 5-0 convincing fashion against Washington on Friday, and now they're up 3-2 in the first period against the Anaheim Ducks in what has been a sloppy game from both goaltenders so far. Stuart Skinner, after the second goal, seems to be settling in, but we'll find out what ends up happening here. And Jack Michaels, what is going on with that hair? That is a lot poofier a hair than he usually appears to have. That's like something straight out of my closet back in the day. My goodness. Look at Nebraska. The hair's looking on point as always. Here we go. Zach Hyman going. And we are going to have the face-off in the Oilers zone. Sorry, I thought it was in the Ducks zone. That's how much of a delay it was. This one's going to go in behind. Fowler shoots the puck on net. The Oilers able to turn him aside. Ducks win the battle. Mason McTavish pushing Nugent-Hopkins off the puck. Here's Bouchard leaving it now for Nurse. Nurse will bounce it off the boards again. Nice chip ahead for the Oilers. It's going to be played over to McDavid, but the Oilers just about offside on that play. And this one's going to be battled there at the blue line. The Oilers pick it up. Zach Hyman plays it ahead off the skates. And this one goes on down into the far side corner. Here's Hyman. Hyman in behind the net. He will roll around, fire the shot on net. Bounces off the post or something. Hits something in front. This one's going to go in. Shot fired off the post again. Scrambling in front of the net. Dostal doesn't know where it is. The Oilers have it in the crease. There's a 6-man pile up in front. McDavid gets it back to the blue line. Bouchard now with it over and above to Darnell Nurse. He'll spin back. He'll try and leave off for Bouchard. Instead, come down near side to McDavid. McDavid over to Nurse. Nurse will backhand in front. The Ducks clear it out. And this one will come back over the other way. Backhanded off the boards and up into the middle of the ice. Here's Bouchard catching the Ducks on a change. Ducks closed in quickly though as this one fires around the boards. Here's the Oilers getting the attack. They're going to see this one spin off. McLeod rolling around right in front. Can't buy the shot. And this one now comes wrapped around again. Dostal the save. And we will have a stoppage in play with Ryan McLeod shooting that puck on net. That was a crazy sequence there. As here's Hyman shooting that one off the post and just up off the shoulder of Dostal up and over top. So the Oilers working the puck here quite a bit, but not getting the result they need so far. That was a good furious attack in the Duck zone, but still no good goal. Trying to find goal number 4 of this game. The Oilers very easily looking like they have the offense tonight to run up the score against the Anaheim Ducks, and we'll see if that ends up being the case again. And I'll tell you, my favorite part about YouTube, I have a short out there for those of you that don't know of Evander Kane's scrimmage goal during the Edmonton Oilers scrimmage there earlier in preseason. And yeah, that's where we're at, is with that clip, every time Evander Kane scores, it ends up getting goal, views. And for the past 48 hours, it's just trending quite heavily. So, all right, let's see what ends up happening here. If the Oilers can keep things rolling here in this late first period. It's been productive so far. We'd like to see it. Magic, welcome in. Caleb, welcome in. Purple, welcome in. Sick, welcome in. And I don't think I've missed anyone. Lurker and Davo, welcome in as well. And Madison, I think I missed you as well. As we are just rolling along here in this live stream. Obviously, this has been a good first period for action for both teams. I don't know if you could really generally say good first period for either team, anything else. But yeah, you know what? End of the day is if the Oilers and Ducks want to firefight all night, they absolutely can. It's entertaining hockey when they do that, but at the same rate, you'd like to see the Oilers win. So let's not let in too many goals, shall we? As Chris Knobloch there had the family up, or is this in Edmonton? I'm not sure which one this is. Looks like it is in Edmonton. Good to see him have his family up for the first time in Edmonton. And we'll see what the Oilers have here as the face-off will come to the left of Draisaitl. 3:45 to go in this first period of play. As this one's one back, and now the shot, Adam Ernie fires it on net, and there was a bump in front. The Oilers twisted up, and now McLeod twisted himself up inside the corner. And this one's going to go back around the net, as this will be worked by Mantuyakov as he takes a check there, and it'll be fired by the Ducks into the middle of the ice. The Oilers quickly cut it off just in the blue line area there before the Ducks. They fire it right back in, and Lyubushkin's going to play this puck. He's going to at least look to play it, as he's still looking to play this one as he continues around. And the shot fired up ahead, cut off by the Oilers again. They all suddenly started winning a couple more puck battles. Ryan McLeod's got to get his edges on his skates fixed, as he's fallen down like 4 times here on this shift. And he's like, I don't know what's wrong. I'm going off, and I'm going to go get this worked on. But here's Kulak coming back for an icing call. 2:57 to go. That sequence was all kinds of broken for the Edmonton Oilers. I mean, and the Ducks. That was back and forth to nowhere land. And yeah, Ryan McLeod just couldn't stay on his feet. The icing call, there's been a lot of them this period, will force the Ducks back into their own end. The Ducks will see what happens here off this draw. They will win it ahead. Kane fell down and couldn't keep the challenge going. The Ducks to the outside, shot fired in front of the net, couldn't find a stick for the Ducks. Now off the rush, here come the Oilers 3-on-2 back the other way, closing 3-on-3 as the shot is fired up over top of the net. Took a bounce on the way. Man, Connor Brown, good shot. He was coming close to finding that one back of the net again. He wins the battle, just like a Zach Hyman kind of player does, as Evan Bouchard plays it down low to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl wheels around the zone, high point, near side. He'll backhand it down low behind the net. This is going to come back to Brown. Brown's going to play it back to the point again. The Ducks jump down and bat it out, and it will be out of play into the Ducks bench with 2:16 to go. 10-9 the shots on goal. The Oilers lead 3-2. So, yeah, that's where we're at. The Oilers continue to see what ends up happening here. Is this one weird little sequence there. So, all right, here we go. Face-off to the right of Lucas Draisaitl. We'll have the face-off for Connor McDavid. The top line out there. One back by Darnell Nurse. Vinny Desharnais fires it near side. Here's McDavid to the middle. The shot wide open. The goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Zach Hyman, who puts it away. And the Oilers made short work of that face-off in the zone. 2:10 remaining on the board. The Oilers lead 4-2 on shot number 10 of the hockey game. They're batting .400 on goals on shots tonight. You like to see it, as that's just quick work there by Darnell Nurse and Vinny Desharnais. And then that one, a beautiful pass there for Connor McDavid. Desharnais, who picks up his second assist in as many games. He's now up to 3 points on the season. He's starting to come together here, and it's coming nice over the past 4 periods for the Oilers. 4 periods, 9 goals. You like that average. 2.25 goals a period. You're going to win a lot of hockey games. And this one's going to come in behind as it's battled right onto the blocker of Stuart Skinner, who makes the save. So we're looking good so far. 10 shots apiece for both teams, and Stuart Skinner has had the better of the opportunities to make the saves. As you just look at how fast the Oilers moved around the zone. Connor McDavid found some open space, and then Zach Hyman all alone just blasts it back door. And with 1:59 to go here in this first period of play, the Oilers will see this one won back by the Ducks, fired off the shoulder of Stuart Skinner. In behind now with $1:53 to go. One back to the near side boards. Ducks in possession. Mason McTavish plays it down in behind once more. This one to the far side. Now the Ducks continue to roll around. I mean, the Ducks, give them credit. They've got a bunch of, not has-beens, but a bunch of guys who are cast off from their teams, and they've put together some results early in this season, albeit not much better than the Oilers, and so far the Oilers the better of it right now. This one, $1:28 to go here in this first period of play. Shot fired again by the Ducks for possession into the near side corner. They're rolling around right to the middle. The shot dragged on Stuart Skinner. He makes the save. Again, the Ducks pop it free. The Oilers will get a power play here with $1:13 to go in this first period of play. Ryan Strome cannot believe he took the man down. So the Oilers with a 2-goal cushion, as you're saying, Donald. I'm liking the results thus far for the Oilers. Good way to battle back. They were down 1-0, down 2-0. And they find, or down 2-1, and they find a way to battle it all the way to 4-2 just within 20 minutes of hockey. And that's a tough trip there on Bouchard, who just had his legs moving more or less. And good things happen when you move your feet. We all know how true that is. And, well, Evan Bouchard draws a call, and we'll get an opportunity here on power play 1 for the Edmonton Oilers. 1:13 to go. They win it back to Bouchard, and this is going to allow him to drift around. Here's the Oilers looking for the kill shot early. Puck drifted just wide by Leon Draisaitl in front. 25th or 25%, 7th ranked power play for the Oilers. Flipper do welcome in as this to the far side. Nugent-Hopkins, far side high point, now drifting along the wall. Back to Bouchard, misses the pass, and this will come all the way back into the Oilers' end. $1:34 remaining here on the power play. 45 seconds to go. Connor McDavid leading up. He'll get across the blue line. He's in on net. Drags the shot. Dostal never had to make the save. The Ducks defense stood tall. 36 seconds to go here in the first period. Picked up now by Evan Bouchard, who's knocked off the puck there. Just a weak play by Bouchard. My goodness, that was the definition of it all year. 4 for 8 the last 2 games for the Oilers. It's going to be played ahead. The Oilers power play looking discombobulated at best here. And now this one is going to be rolled around the zone for the Oilers in their own end. Bouchard with it with a minute remaining. I guess the big thing is they're looking maybe more or less to play this one up for the second period, where they'll start with the power play as this is across the line. McLeod, the shot, save made by Dostal. Puck played there by Fogle. The period will end. And that is Evander Kane looking to tee up that one-timer. But it does not come to fruition, as the Oilers will finish the period up 4-2. You wish that second goal hadn't gone in against Stuart Skinner, but all in all, it ends up working out just fine. And friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you for being aboard so far. I'm going to leave you on the subscribe ad right quick here. Run up, grab some water, and we'll be right back to action here in a few minutes. Alright, friends, my apologies for the little bit of a delay there. Just, of course, big man, gotta grab the jug of water, as is tradition for all these live streams, as we normally do. Obviously, the Oilers find themselves up 4-2. That is shocking in and of itself, considering we started down 1-0 and down 2-1 at points in this hockey game. So, friends, welcome aboard if you're just tuning in. My pleasure to have you aboard, as we will discuss all things Edmonton Oilers here in this intermission in just a matter of moments. Let me go here and get that scoreboard for us and see what we can do here. A 4-2 game so far for the Edmonton Oilers. As we will just quickly go to the scoring recap. Max Jones from Brett Leeson and Urho Vikinen. I literally butchered that as bad as I possibly could. Evander Kane from Connor Brown and Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl almost up to 20 assists on the year. Then you have Max Jones from Jakob Silfverberg and Pavel Mentuyakov. And then Connor McDavid from Hyman and Darnell Nurse. Nurse already up to 3 assists. Well, then he gets up to 4 on Nugent-Hopkins' 5th of the season. And Connor Brown's 15th assist. Or Connor McDavid's 15th assist. Zach Hyman then gets goal number 11 from Connor McDavid and Vincent Desharnais. Desharnais' 2nd and Connor McDavid's 16th. You like to see it. That's the big part here. So hopefully for the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid gets things going here in a matter of moments, as he's on a 3-point night so far. You'd love to see him get up to that 4 or 5 point night and see what he can end up doing for us this evening to rout the Ducks and gear a win for us. Ray, welcome in. Oiler fan, welcome in as well. Glad to see everybody. Toastical as well, as I think I've missed nobody from here. Mr. Wolfie, you've been on the old goal and everything that's happened in this hockey game so far, but the Oilers back in action here tonight against the Ducks, and through one period scoring 4 goals, almost as many as they did during the game against the Washington Capitals. Obviously not blanking the Ducks, but you know what, 2 goals in 4 periods of hockey. If Stuart Skinner wants to do that, we're going to be just fine and dandy. That's the big thing here. If Connor McDavid and company, oh my goodness, want to show up and score goals, Stuart Skinner wants to allow a goal every period or every second period, that's going to work out nice for us. So hopefully it all comes together for us and the Oilers get the job done tonight. So all right, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, we are doing our stuff so far on the live stream in the back end, that's for sure. We're up to good little numbers so far here on the stream, that's for sure. Let me see if I can add this up for you, friends, and tell you what we did here. Trying not to look at the TV because I'm absolutely going to bust up here. 137 hours on the stream so far, so not a bad situation to be in this evening, that's for sure. So right now, big thing is the Oilers just need to continue the effort the rest of the way home. Obviously, it's been a good enough one so far through one period. You battled through. You were down 2-1, like I said. And I mean, the Oilers, you know how they've been this season, fragile at best, lacking confidence. But I don't know what it is this year, but the Oilers have just, for some reason, seemed to turn that corner a little bit. And they are doing their thing here to get this job done. So yeah, you know what, the Mega 50-50 going on right now, $500 Boston Pizza gift card. You could have a pretty good hockey game at Boston Pizza for $500. I don't know what the other prize was, about $100 cash, not for sure. So Rick, is it just you, or did everybody on the ice seem a little chippy there? Everyone seemed to be losing an edge out there. I really only full-heartedly noticed McLeod. Now that said, I'm sure a lot of other guys probably blew tires. I mean, the worst of it though was Brian McLeod there. He blew it 3 times, 4 times in one shift, and finally said, "Screw this! I'm going off for a change." So good on him to at least know, hey, if this is me, I'm gonna get off here and taken care of. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Is I think, where were we? It was Carolina that the ice was suspect as well earlier last week. So I mean, the Oilers at least have some experience in a game like that. Maybe that suits us well. Yikes. Friends, I know we're playing the Where in the World You're From game right now in the chat. Of course, always glad to see you aboard in the chat. And I mean, wherever you're from, right? I think we're always going to have that heavy Alberta contingent. But I think the big thing is we always end up getting quite a bit of support from all over the place. That's for sure. I think the big thing right now too is the Oilers just need to go out and keep getting that goal scoring support for Stuart Skinner. I'd take that. I don't know where I was going with that. That's my bad. But yeah, we are continuing to roll along, obviously, friends. I'm hoping this effort keeps up. I'm hoping I have a good sleep tonight, actually. That's number one. These weekends lately, I've been, how do I put this lately? Overplaying myself a little bit too much, I guess you could say. Going out there and doing a little bit way too much on the weekends, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm already planning on doing way too much next weekend and the weekend after. Again, if you're going to that, what game is it? I think it's against the Devils on December 10th. If you're going to that game, I'll be there. That is the plan. Patrick and I have pretty much for sure that up. I don't know if you could say tickets are bought or anything yet, but we are really close to obviously getting that secured and then going and hanging out at Rogers Place for an afternoon. Nice things so far. So yeah, see what comes of it for the Edmonton Oilers. Stoney, welcome aboard from the Yukon territory once again. See, friends, this is the thing. Global reach and countrywide reach as well. And I mean, not that the Yukon's really that all too far away from Alberta. You just head up over there, Grand Prairie, up the Alaska Highway and into Fort St. John you go. So there we are. Thomas, stellar penalty by 29 to start the game. Need more of that. I know that's a little bit pointed barb joke right there towards Leon Draisaitl, but again, that's also the other side too. Is Leon Draisaitl has that in his game where he's a little undisciplined at times, but the nice part about when he's undisciplined, he seems to make the opponent feel it, I guess is what you could say. So not that that penalty really did anything but let the Ducks score a goal right off the hop, but hopefully tonight Leon Draisaitl finds a way to sneak in a couple more of those chops without being penalized for it, because those things go a long way over the course of a season, and you wear down the Ducks a little bit right now. Talk to me if they keep their start going and they're in that wild card conversation with us in February, March, and we play a game then against them. So see what happens. Owen, welcome aboard. Clean, welcome in as well. And Ian, is this the live game? Unfortunately, it's not. I can't show the live game due to copyright restrictions. But again, I do have some play-by-play experience. I've been doing this whole gig for a few years now too. So I make the best of it so far. But we'll see what happens here. John Shannon back on Sportsnet. Always good to see John Shannon on Sportsnet. I mean, you look at the history of John Shannon in the sports broadcasting world. He has had a lifetime of experience across the NHL and broadcast media, and it's actually following him on Twitter and getting to know kind of more of the other story outside of the Oilers is very, very interesting. So, all right, here we go. We are rolling along here, friends. John Shannon, Bob Stauffer on the panel. Praise tuning in from Wainwright. See, Wainwright also. Right close to good old Irma. Those towns right next to each other, actually. Who am I missing here? Stone, welcome in. And Simon Marks out of 1 million so far for the Oilers. Here's the big thing. I've said it a couple times this pre-game and throughout this game as well. The big thing for the Oilers is you were down 2-1, you were down 1-0, you found a way to battle back both times, and now you're up by 2. I think when it comes down to it, the biggest thing for the Oilers is that they're not necessarily in a world of hurt after a total of 1 period. So Marks out of 1 million, I think it'd be fair to say they're at least above the 50% mark, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens here. Leo Carlson, though, he's had a pretty good performance to start his career. Did not play in the first 2 games of the season. He's missed a grand total of 6 so far, only 2 in the last 8. And he's a guy who shoots the puck quite regularly, actually, by looking at this. I did have him on my fantasy team for a little while. I should have kept him around. other than I really needed results this week, so I had to pick up Cole Perfetti for some face-off wins. And with all said and done, I should have flipped the script, and it doesn't look like I managed to do it. As Cole Perfetti so far through wow, he's not taking face-offs tonight. Oh, wow, that sucks. And of course the Nashville Predators are beating the Winnipeg Jets 3-0. Cole Perfetti with just one shot on net so far. That's going to be a tough beat. I had this figured. Obviously, if Perfetti got an assist and got 2 face-off wins, I would flip the script and all of a sudden have a 7-7 tie in fantasy. But that is not going to end up being the case unless maybe Cole Perfetti can find a way to get an assist and score the game-winning goal. All right. Friends, we're at commercial break for the final time this period as we're looking to get things going. Big, strong second period would be huge. Rick, when it comes to water, actually, this is a good point from Rick. How much water do I go through in a game? It's usually a water bottle per period. That's how I gauge it. Whether the size of the water bottle, not really dependent, but that's kind of how it works out. Rob, welcome in from Oregon as well. Missed that a second ago. And Adam, are regional blackouts an issue in Canada too? Yes, regional blackouts issue all across North American sports. Obviously, the MLB, I think, is the absolute worst for it. But the Oilers, obviously, really the only regions you can catch them in regularly on a regional broadcast is Northwest Territories, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. So tough go right there. It's where we're at right now. Sportsnet Plus, the commercial break in progress, and we are almost ready for this second period to get underway. Crazy to think it's second period. 8:09 p.m. Going to be hurting at work tomorrow, but hey, good thing I think everybody's going to be hurting at work tomorrow, that's for sure, because it's the last weekend before the Christmas party, so everybody was getting their stuff done and probably getting some shopping in, Black Friday, all that, so see what happens here. So Patrick, welcome in as well. And Spencer, I seem to have missed you as well. So here's the thing. The Oilers have scored 4 goals in one period. I would not be surprised to see a new goaltender come out for the Ducks in this first period or second period. I know everybody was asking why they weren't pulling him in the first when he gave up 2 shots on 3 goals. Well, again, kind of the same effect as Stuart Skinner. When your team's not that great to begin with, you don't need to keep changing the goaltenders every time something goes wrong for a few minutes. So see what happens here, but hopefully the Edmonton Oilers can repeat that effort from the first period in terms of settling in and getting the job done late, because that last 10 minutes of that first period was exactly what we had watched the Edmonton Oilers for the past 3 years. They were flying around, doing the job, throwing the puck on net and creating chaos in the crease, and it almost paid off a few more times than you would have thought it did after a 4-2 score. Where are we at? Is my brain even functioning at this point of the night? I don't think so. 160 hours on the stream so far today as well, friends. So we're looking as though we could possibly, if everything goes according to plan at the very end of the stream, and the Oilers are just dummying up a little bit here, we could possibly be doing our things. Most 3-point periods among active players, Connor McDavid with 23. So another 3-point period here in the second or third could tie Sidney Crosby for the lead among active players. Remember, Ryan Strome is in the box. The face-off down at center ice waved back by the head referee, who will take a moment to kick a man out of the face-off dot. Connor McDavid loses the draw. The power play back on the ice, obviously with 45 seconds to go here. Bouchard in behind the net on the pickup from Skinner. Be played ahead by Draisaitl, who carries ahead. He'll look to curl it off of a leg. There's McDavid right up the ice into the attack mode early. This puck hops in behind the net, and this one comes up right into the middle of the ice, and that's a nice play there by Evan Bouchard. Now this one comes over to Connor McDavid again. He'll walk across the line over near side to Nugent-Hopkins. Nuge back up high to Bouchard. Bouchard back over to Nugent-Hopkins, sorry. And this is going to be loaded up for Bouchard, teed up for Draisaitl. Neither nor go at it. This one to the near side, point as this one shot on up over top of the net. Hyman, good recovery over to the far side wing. The Oilers are getting some movement here on this power play. Now it's 5-on-5 and they're still getting movement. And then Connor McDavid, blind pass to nowhere, turns over the puck, but the Ducks quickly throw it off the boards back into Oilers possession. Bouchard will work this one around the zone. 19 minutes to go here in this second period of play. Here's Nurse loading up, doesn't shoot the puck. The Oilers a little hesitant so far to start this period. Both one-time options on the power play had chances to tee it up, didn't look to pass instead. Darnell Nurse passed off the puck on a tee-up opportunity as well. And now the Oilers' second line rolling around, well, what looks like the second line because of obviously, you've got Draisaitl and McDavid on the bench. Shot fired, blocked in front. You got Kane, Fogle, and McLeod on the ice right now. This one's going to be offside if the Oilers touch it. Instead, it comes all the way into the near side corner. 18:25 to go. We're rolling without a whistle. 1 minute and 40 seconds into this second period. You don't mind that. The second period moving as fast as humanly possible. And here are the Oilers across the blue line. Fogle was stopped up. Ducks back the other way. We have now got 1 minute 50 without a whistle. Shot fired up off the post and up and out of play. And that will take 1 minute 53 off the clock to get our first whistle. And the Ducks beside themselves that they did not just pick the corner on Stuart Skinner. And there's that puck that bounces right up over top of the net, coming double deflection in front. Looks like it hit off of Labushkin at the final, and then there's Grew firing it just up off the bar and over top and out of play. Tough go there for the Ducks, who thought they had picked a corner. 18:07 to go here in this second period of play. And we're back to action. Here is Hamlin looking to win this draw in the defensive zone again. This is a guy that every coach trusts because he works hard and earns every bit of ice time he gets. So this one back by the Oilers. It's going to be shot towards the net by the Ducks. Sorry, one back by the Ducks and then shot by the Ducks. Didn't work out. And the Ducks will get back across the Oilers' blue line. Snagged out of the air by Stuart Skinner, who makes save number 11 of the hockey game. You like to see that so far. Mr. Stuart Skinner, 11 for 13 on shots against. So you do that math and it works out to an .846 save percentage. So here in the next 2 or 3 shots, he'll be improving his save percentage so long as he saves the next 2 or 3. And the Oilers have the face-off to the left of Stuart Skinner, one back by the Ducks. This one's going to be worked around the boards here and picked up by Anaheim in behind the Oilers net. They're going to chip this one off of a leg of a Duck, and here's Draisaitl sending it up to Kane, who couldn't make a play through the middle. 17:36 to go in this second period of play, and the Ducks will roll across the Oilers' blue line. This Troy Terry, seen it batted off his stick, wired shot there. Skinner makes a scrambled save. So right there, just like that, he may have very well just improved his save percentage. Nice little chip ahead there by the Oilers. Hesitation works out. And here's Kane trying to get to the attack. Danced through Radko Gudas, just couldn't get around the next man. And now here's Gudas blowing an edge into the boards. This is going to be picked up by the Ducks on a lazy play by the Oilers. And here they are looking to get this shot on net. 17 minutes to go. Back to the point. The shot by Fowler. Save made. Stuart Skinner. And just like that, on 14 shots, 12 saves made, he has improved his save percentage game over game. As now up to an, I guess maybe not, .857. Never mind. He's still got maybe 3 saves to go. Radko Gudas, though, hard slam into the boards and then immediately goes on to the bench. Might have shook himself up. Northern Farm Girl, welcome in. Glad to see you aboard, of course. Thank you for being aboard tonight. Homielander as well. So we're seeing the familiar faces come into the stream here a little later than normal. But again, usual. Everybody makes their appearance at some point. This one's going to be bounced off the boards by the Ducks, right into possession in the Oilers' near side corner. Looking off the boards is Vetrano. He's trying to make a play. Oilers will group on the pass down low. This one into the middle of the ice. The Oilers quickly up ahead. Here's Bouchard across the blue line. Oilers are offside by a mile. Outscored the opponents 48-30 in the second and third period have the Oilers this season. So you think about it here, if the Oilers could figure out those first periods, they would win a lot more hockey games, that's for sure. And up and down for Lucas Dostal, 664 goals against average and an .822 save percentage the last 2 starts. And of course tonight, nothing much better as he's allowed 4 goals on 12 shots and he's still in there. hanging tough for the Ducks. This one's going to come back the other way. The Ducks across center, chipped back by the Oilers. Hyman knocks it down, 2-on-2 here to the middle. Here's McDavid on net. Oh, denied by Draisaitl. Takes it around, looking in front of the net. Still couldn't jam it home was Hyman, and this is going to be chipped up high off the glass into the corner. McDavid back down low to Hyman, who will try and jam it far side. That doesn't work out. The Oilers first to the puck here. No, in fact, the Ducks end up getting the attack because Bouchard decided not to pinch. You like to see that, and the Ducks will see the shot hammered on Skinner. He'll make the save, his 15th shot against, and actually he played that puck off. A little misdirection there for the Oilers and the Ducks. And how about this? Here's Hamlin shooting it off the glove and pad of Draisaitl, and that's some back-to-back action that I was not anticipating. Slap shot that Skinner knocked down and then did that, but here we go back the other way as this one's going to be picked up by Desharnais. Desharnais is going to play it off the end boards, turn it over a brief moment, picked up by James Hamlin, now to Brett Kulak. Hamlin's got this puck, he'll chip it over to Desharnais. Desharnais will guide up off the boards, pick the head to Ernie. Here comes Hamlin down the middle. Hamlin with one guy to beat, shoots the puck, rebound, scores! James Hamlin finds the back of the net, shot it right into the legs. Loaded up the first time, got it right back, and then hammered it home on Draisaitl. Shot number 16 of the game for the Edmonton Oilers, and James Hamlin pouring it on this season. He's got his second goal of the year, and the kid that time looking up as well after hitting the bench. You know how much special it is and how much it means to him to score in the NHL. Obviously the story, I wish I was streaming for that one. I would have been crying, guys. I would have been crying all day. But James Hamlin, good looking shot, blocked there by the Ducks the first time, and then Draisaitl just beat out wide by Hamlin on the rebound opportunity. And what a shot there. I mean, James Hamlin has a sneaky good shot for a fourth line centerman, that's for sure. 5-2 for the Edmonton Oilers. This little bit of chaos in the Oilers' end is going to come up into the middle of the ice, and it'll be fired on down low to Draisaitl, who's still in net. He's getting left in there to hang and dry, as this one's going to be thrown all the way down into the Oilers' end. Stuart Skinner out to play this puck. He'll leave it on for the defenseman. Cece's back on the ice following his little miscue midway through that first period of play, as the Oilers continue to roll around. And see, this is feel good. You've now scored in 5 periods of hockey 10 goals. That's, hey, you know what? We can feel good about that. For the first time all year, the Oilers' offense seems to really be turning a corner. 5 goals, 16 shots, lighting up the Ducks on a Sunday night at Rogers Place. What more is there to it? Actually, friends, for those of you that don't know, my first Oilers game was against the Anaheim Ducks way back in the day. So, again, always nice and special to beat the Ducks, because that night they beat us 7-2 or something silly. And this one now, Draisaitl across far side to Ekholm. Ekholm will play it down low. Can't do it. 13:44 to go. Backhanded out by the Ducks. And this one will come all the way back down for Evan Bouchard. James Hamlin's second of the season. Vinny Desharnais' third assist. Second of the game. Adam Ernie's first assist. Here I was telling you I like Adam Ernie's game earlier this game, and it works out for us, as this one's going to be chipped back down low into the Oilers' end. Stuart Skinner comes out to play it kind of Mike Smith-esque to try and disrupt. And this is going to work out maybe for the Oilers as they get it back to the blue line. No further. The Ducks get a shot blocked in front, and the Oilers will load up and fire this one across center. Picked up there by Kane. He flubs on it. Ekholm goes for a change. Everybody gets off the ice here. This is going to be picked up now by the Oilers in their own zone, winning the battle. Now here's Hyman. Draisaitl is lazily trying to get off the ice here. Maybe, maybe not. This one's going to be flipped up into the middle of the ice. This one's going to be cut down by Nugent-Hopkins, and nobody can really decide what's going on here. And here's McDavid playing it ahead to Hyman. Hyman in on net, backhand, slides it home. 6-2 for the Oilers. Oh yeah, we've got a hockey game now. You like to see it. Connor McDavid, by the way, another point in this one. How about that? Another 4-point effort for Connor McDavid. Back-to-back games, 8 points in 2 games totally. You like to see it, friends. For those of you that I've missed coming into the chat, the Ducks are going to the goaltending change now. 12:40 to go in this second period. John Gibson coming in off the bench, but the Oilers lighten up Lucas Draisaitl, and it feels good to say that after what happened last year. But My goodness, what a pass. And Connor McDavid's just skating slowly, like not even moving his feet. He knows that Zach Hyman is going in. And that's a beautiful goal there for Zach Hyman. Just a perfect deflection of the backhand and just slightly rolled it home. Beautiful. Connor McDavid, another assist on the game. You love to see it. Lucas Dostal absolutely beat up by the Oilers. That is a bad goals against average. 6 goals against on 17 shots. Let's go. And yeah, no, this is going to be awesome. 4-8 record for John Gibson. 264 goals against average. 914 save percentage. Let's lower those numbers a little bit as well. 12:38 to go in this second period of play, and the Oilers are doing their thing so far. Here's Stuart Skinner in behind his own net. He'll roll it around. Skinner's now knows he's got a little bit of free time in that net. Here's Hyman in behind the net again. Puck played in front. McDavid can't knock it down. Looking for point number 5 of the game. The Oilers to the attack right now. Here's CC over to McDavid. Hyman's 12th goal of the season. That's 7:20 into this period. As McDavid overhandles the puck, the Oilers still rolling around. McDavid's 17th assist of the year, mind you, as well. So now up to 24 points. As CC over near side. This is going to be going down low. The Oilers get going, playing it down again along the boards. This picked up by McDavid. McDavid cuts to the middle. He'll turn over the puck. But again, he's been flying this game, so you don't mind him trying to make plays out of nothing. 11:45 to go. He'll try and knock down this puck in front. Will Nurse. And this one doesn't work out for the Oilers as it comes back near side in behind. Ducks roll around. Shot fired by the defense. Goes right back to the blue line. I didn't know where that puck went for a moment. Far side, the Ducks shoot the puck up off the post and out of play by the looks of it. And that will be another stoppage in play. But the Oilers, halfway through this hockey game, well, 11:27, same stoppage in play as last period pretty much. 6 goals so far. So, I mean, they're on pace for 12 tonight. So, we'll see what ends up happening here for the Edmonton Oilers. We'll hopefully see this team just pump in the goals the rest of the way home. But friends, thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with me, by the way, as well. Really do appreciate that. Just to say, the numbers are looking fantastic in the back end. We're at 191 for hours watched. We're just about to cross 200. Again, the barometer of a good full stream is about 250 every game, and we're about to hit that no problemo by the end of this second period. So the third period is house money, I guess you could say. If you are new to the channel, you want to consider hitting that subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated. I can tell you, unlike several of the past videos this weekend, I have done my hair for you friends back home today. I actually look a little bit put together, wearing my favorite little salmon shirt. This is actually such a perfect kind of this time of year shirt. I know I wear it pretty much year round because it's long sleeves. I will tell you, when you work in HVAC, sheet metal is sharp, okay? Sheet metal, scary, sharp, don't like cuts, long sleeves, help. 100%. Gloves too. Gloves too. Everybody wear your gloves. I will never not advise you to not wear gloves. That didn't make sense. Okay, anyway, continuing along here, friends. We're up to 13,614 subscribers here on Dolynny TV. So we are closing in on less than 1,400 to go to hit that big old 15,000. So if you haven't already done that, that would be greatly appreciated. Trevor, welcome in. Francisco. Oh, I butchered that. I didn't realize who I'm talking to. My buddy Frankie. Good to see you in the chat, buddy. I'm hoping you're having a good Sunday night. It always throws me for a loop. I don't know him as the name in the chat. I know him as my good buddy Frankie, and obviously it's good to see him in the chat this evening. Hopefully in better spirits than the last time we saw Frankie in the chat way earlier in the spring. Still a very special moment for both of us. Back then, the Oilers were winning hockey games in the playoffs, and Frankie tuning in and getting that feel good on a tough day, I guess you could say. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, and hopefully we can catch up sometime this week. 11:13 to go in this second period of play. 6-2 for the Oilers here in this second period of play. How about Hamlin firing another shot through the defense? Man's got confidence, I'll tell you that much. He is not afraid to wire that puck from a few feet out front of the net. 10:58 to go in this second period of play, friends. 17-17 the shots on goal. 6-2 for the Oilers and the Ducks, as this one's going to go around far side, back to the point, shot played down low. Janmark can't handle it. I didn't even realize Janmark was playing. I know I've mentioned his name, but he's been a ghost so far this hockey game. Maybe not a bad thing not noticing your fourth liner when you're up 6-2. So here's Ryan McLeod with the puck. He's rolling around on top of the zone. He evades a check, plays it down low to Derek Ryan, who also is somehow on the ice tonight. Here's Evan Bouchard to the far side boards. McLeod back to the point. McLeod dances off another defender. The Oilers' fourth line, third line, whatever you want to call this, is doing a little bit of work in the Ducks' end, and this is going to be a soft dump into the Ducks' end, and that's going to be a weird play that allows the Ducks to get the puck out of the zone all the way down. Bouchard's going to get taken into the end boards. He's going to kind of roll off the check, I guess you could say, instead of initiating contact, and kind of allow Foegele to support here along the end boards. Foegele will win the battle, again, because more or less he took the body, and he's going to roll up near side boards as he gets out to center. And look at this, Fogel's dancing through the middle. He is on the attack. He's against Fowler in behind. He wins the battle again, middle of the ice. There's Hyman, the shot from Nurse. Big save from John Gibson, who saw it all the way. I mean, there was no fooling John Gibson on that shot. 6-2, and we'll have another commercial break here, friends, as we continue along this afternoon. Yeah, no, and you know what? It's so far good. And Rick, don't forget the steel-toed boots. Oh my goodness, yes, when you're showing up to work, you need those steel-toed boots. That's one of those things. Actually, anyone that ever meets me in person, if you see me wearing my steel-toed boots at a hockey game, I promise you, I drove from work to Edmonton as soon as I left work, because honestly, every time I'm at work and it's like, well, Friday, I got to drive up to Edmonton for a game on the weekend, I end up just absolutely forgetting to pack any other shoes than my steel-toed boots. But when you work in steel-toed boots, obviously, because you need to, right, you end up getting those good orthotics in there, the good stuff, right? Stuff that sucks a paycheck up, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, no, I have my good orthotics in there, so that's the big thing there for my steel-toed boots. I almost wear those more regularly than any other shoe. It almost feels weird not wearing them. So that's why I didn't even realize to say that. My goodness. Failed the health and safety check right off the bat. All right. Frankie's way better circumstances. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. But yeah, no, friends, we're up 6-2. We've got stuff going on in the chat that I don't even want to try and keep going here. But the Oilers obviously doing their thing here in this game. Most three-point games versus one opponent. Connor McDavid with 9 against Anaheim. 34th career 4-point game tonight for Connor McDavid. 10 against Calgary. Winnipeg, Ottawa's up there, obviously, because of the bubble year. Morley, welcome in as well. I didn't catch you earlier. Leon Draisaitl now on the ice. We're going to see what happens here. 17-17, the shots on goal. 6-2, the goals for the Edmonton Oilers. Big difference in that department. It should actually be 18-6 as Flipperduth. Hold up. The Ducks are on the attack here, Tyson. Stay focused. Ducks around. The Oilers quickly spell them off the attack. Flipperduth, thank you so much. Very much do appreciate that again, friends. Again, I hadn't played a commercial yet this period, but we will again go commercial free here the rest of the way through this second period. Thank you to Flipperduth, who once again steps up with another dono. Again, guys, I have nothing but appreciation for everything you guys send my way, and I always get caught off guard. I can never say it properly. The Oilers, though, just again, the Ducks were on the attack when that came in. The Oilers came back the other way, fell down. Now the Oilers are back on the attack here, and this one's going to come near side. Nurse is going to fire the shot off the shin pads of Terry. It's going to be flipped up off the glass. Terry's going to come away with a break, but a nice recovery there from Kulak forces him off the puck as he just kind of two-hands him, but not really a cross-check, actually two-hand glove push. And now 8:31 to go in this second period of play, and I can already tell, friends, the Mo beard is starting to get a little itchy as this one comes in behind the net. Is this going to be played back in front by the Ducks, picked up by Connor Brown, who will flip up off glass and into the Ducks' end. So icing call there in the second period of play, 8:15 to go. And yeah, you guys are hanging out with us from all over the place. Camrose, Ponoka County, absolutely fantastic. And Flipper Do, I will go grab some BioSteels for the week. I think we can get back on that. I don't know if BioSteel is going to be around much longer. They're in bankruptcy protection, but Brett Kulak just knocking the man down. Good physical play there from Brett Kulak. You'll love to see it. 8:15 to go here in this second period of play. 6-2 the score, and this is going to be won back by Leon Draisaitl. He's going to try and backhand this off the boards. Instead, he loses the battle. He's like swimming on his skates there, and now he's going to come along the boards again, turn over the puck for a second time in a row. Kane, though, he's going to be a little harder on the sticks maybe as it goes to the far side, and that was hard to watch as it just, the Oilers were not winning a battle at all. And this comes near side now, picked up by Frank Vetrano. He's going to play it to the middle. The shot blocked in front. This one chipped off a glove by Nurse. And the Oilers under siege here from the Ducks a little bit as the Ducks will rally in of a tip from the middle of the ice. Shot on but fought off by the Oilers yet again. And here's Darnell Nurse standing on top of somebody. 7:30 to go. Kulak activates, wins the puck at the blue line, enters the zone. He'll take it to the boards. He's trying to get back into position while also keeping that puck right along the board. So he's doing good to push it down low. The Oilers continue to just jam bodies in the Ducks zone, and that's going to be a big time emphasis, as I think it was Ace mentioning, against the Vegas Golden Knights, is take the body in the offensive zone, force turnovers, and obviously try and create space, because the Knights won't give you much. As Ekholm's going to fire this one back up onto the tape of Nugent-Hopkins, turned over by the Ducks, fired back the other way. And Northern Farm Girl, thank you so much as well. My goodness, friends, this was not on the expected chart for tonight, I can tell you that much. I'm going to read this one out. Hopefully the Oilers get a stoppage in play here. 6:38 to go in this second period of play. The Oilers and Ducks opening up here quite heavily, actually, here over the past minute and a half, as it just seems to be back and forth both ways. And 18-17 the shots on net now for the Ducks. But yes, thank you so much, everybody. It's been fantastic. Northern Farm Girl, again, thank you very much. Yeah, I think the Oilers are definitely going to win this one if they continue this effort. I mean, they could very easily win by 10 goals tonight if they want to. So it's been fantastic. First 7 starts for Stuart Skinner, a 1-5-1 record. Last 6 though, 266 goals against average and a 904 saves percentage. So keep that in check right there. That's huge. All right, this one's back to the point. Now the Ducks over to the far side. 6:13 to go. Shot fired, blocked in front. Here come the Oilers back the other way. This one's going to be chipped up off the boards. Adam Ernie back in. Cam Fowler in behind his own net. Makes the play on Adam Ernie bearing down. 6 minutes to go here in this second period of play. 18-17 to go as the Oilers and Ducks roll around in behind. Picked up now by, who is that? Matthias Janmark. I thought that was Ryan McLeod the way he was skating shiftily up the ice. Good work by Janmark getting the wheels going here midway through this second period. He's still got the wheels going. He's going to go one more time around the net. Wrap around! Oh my goodness! Matthias Janmark just missed an around the world wraparound in the Ducks zone. That would have been an absolute highlight reel beauty. I have not seen Janmark ever roll his legs around like that. But wow, what an effort there from the Oilers in the offensive zone. And I think as well to say, friends, for us talking about that Vegas game coming up next, not that we should already be looking forward to it with still a period of hockey to go, but if we see this against the Golden Knights, color me shocked, because not very often you can see a guy do 2 laps in the offensive zone and then get a wraparound there. So, wow, that was wow, unreal effort there from Janmark. Just made it look like minor hockey all over again. Hunter's, I mean, I thought he was on the ice actually, to be honest with you. Here we go. This one's going to come down the ice into the Oilers' end for an icing call, and the Oilers are all over the Ducks here. The shots are 18 apiece, but 6 goals, shooting 33%. You have got to be kidding me. This is it's incredible so far. And Mitch, I want to see your comment, because I think it says heaps tighter. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was saying fully, but yeah, no, the defense definitely looks like it's clamped down. Again, the Oilers are always going to leak chances against. That's guaranteed. I mean, we know what defense we have, but losing 8-1 to the Vancouver Canucks, that's not who this team is, right? Losing 5-2 maybe, but losing 8-1, that's not who we are. So that's kind of the bigger thing here is you're used to the high octane offense and normally quite a few goals against, but we still win the game, and that's kind of what the Oilers are just now trying to do here. But at the same rate, they're clamping down the defense and hopefully going to solidify the last 40 minutes of this hockey game. So far, they've gone over a full period without giving up goals. Stuart Skinner's made basically 14 straight saves at this point, so good on us right now. So here we go. Face off for Evander Kane. They're not going to load up the offense here. The Oilers have kind of clamped down into a more structured game here as this period's gone along. They're kind of sealing things off, not giving the Ducks as much time to work with, and kind of engaging in a little bit more battling too here are the Oilers in this second period. Not saying they've won a ton of the battles, but they're definitely tying things up a little bit more as things go along. Stuart Skinner, shot number 19 of the game, turned aside. And this one's going to come back into the neutral zone for the Oilers. Evander Kane is going to lose that puck. He'll spin off the check, though, and regain it immediately. Here's Draisaitl down the wing. He will be taken down by Radko Gudas. And don't mind me, I think Evander Kane might be going after Gudas if he gets a chance here in this third period for that hit on Draisaitl. Once we get into the third period, that is, or on their next shift, one or the other. As this one's going to face off now for the Oilers, or face off, sorry, a win for the Oilers. And here's Kane coming in on the attack. He flipped that one in right on Dostal, and that's going to be a big hit there for Kane along the boards. And they're going to call Kane for interference? What? I mean, the man had just touched the puck. I don't know. I don't know what to say on that one. That one's tough. That one's tough. But yeah, no. Hopefully for the Oilers here, they get the kill and we're good to go. Obviously, we've killed, like I think we said earlier, 11 straight games, or 11 straight kills, so we're good to go there. But that was a wild penalty call right there for sure. And I will tell you how I know this is a wild call. Sam is always in the comments before the live stream starts or right when the live stream starts. We don't hear much from Sam throughout the live stream regularly. Sam's in the comments right now saying that's a bad call. So take that with a grain of, okay, a little something to that one right there. My goodness. Let's go. Yeah, so that's where we're at, friends. Stoney's saying start chucking the hands in the third period. I don't see why not. Hey, honestly, I think Anaheim's going to be looking for that for sure. So we'll see what ends up coming from this here in this third period. But the Oilers doing the job so far. Ryder, welcome in as well. And friends, if you are new to the channel, you're tuning in for the first time, I do want to say I got to promote myself a little bit at some point. If you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, that would be greatly appreciated. And see, this is Kane just coming in, throwing a light check on a guy. And I don't know how that's interference. Again, Kane was a little fired up after Radko Gudas staples Leon Draisaitl to the boards. And that's kind of the big thing is Gudas, a big man, leaning on him. Most seasons with 300 plus hits since 2015. Radko Gudas in there with 722 hits since 2020-21 for Gudas. As the face-off one for the Ducks, they'll get to the attack early and often here on the power play. $1:56 to go as they are just getting the attack set up along the boards, looking for that first open pass. The Oilers doing a good job sealing the wall, still sealing the wall, and that's going to be Derek Ryan helping, I believe, Warren Fogle, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins bust the puck out of the zone. The penalty kill so far, 5 for 5 against Washington, 1 for 1 tonight. So you think about that, you've improved the penalty kill yet again. Or sorry, did we get scored on that penalty? I don't remember. brain's mushy. Brain's mushy. Let's go here. Let's actually check that out as the Ducks load up in their own zone. The Ducks, I don't think scored on that power play. It was, yeah, sorry, it was 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 2.5 minutes after the penalty. So the Ducks did not score on that power play. There it is. So here we go. Here's Cody Ceci battling off the wall. It's going to be the Ducks playing the long back to the point. Here's the shot down low, blocked by Nurse. Coming out was Matthias Janmark looking to try and break away with that puck, but couldn't seem to do it. 2:32 to go in this second period. 50 seconds remain in the Ducks power play, and the Oilers just glad to kill it off in the Ducks zone. Let me tell you that. 40 seconds to go here in the power play. 2:21 remaining in the period. And that would be where the stream freezes up for the first time in the period. That tends to happen, like I said. And here we go. This is going to be one back to the blue line for the Ducks, where they will try and roll around this last 30 seconds here in this power play, as this will be worked back to the point. Now worked over by Fowler. Vetrano near side, bouncing it off the boards back to Fowler. The Ducks really just killing their own power play, bouncing it back and forth to the point off the boards. 1:53 to go. The Oilers get the no. Now they get the clear. 7 seconds to go as Ryan McLeod makes a decent move. The shot loads up, blocked in front again. Shin pads in front of John Gibson, who's made 3 saves since entering this game. Shot fired around. Stuart Skinner disrupts. It comes to Matthias Ekholm. Bats around. The Oilers penalty kill 2 for 2 this game, and it'll be bounced off the boards here as Hyman will lift ahead. Picked up now by the Ducks one more time as they bust across the line. Dragged to the front. They see it go wide of the net on that pass. Fired back down in low behind Stuart Skinner. 19 shots this game for the Ducks. 2 goals so far, so Stuart Skinner just about to be at a .900 save percentage for another game in a row, as Evan Bouchard will drag to the backhand here, get it along the near side boards, lose the battle. The Ducks, though, play it to the blue line. Hyman tries to win the battle. He will lose it twice over. Ducks shoot that puck. Save made. Skinner his 18th of the game, .900 on the dot. 50 seconds to go, and the Ducks, good pressure here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. And this one's going to be played ahead now by the Anaheim Ducks. Turnover there for Zach Hyman. Here comes Adam Ernie. He's to the attack. He'll rip the shot on net. Shin pads in front once again for the Anaheim Ducks. 30 seconds to go. The Oilers seem to be climbing down here. Kulak with another huge hit. And this one's going to be fired back in deep into the Ducks' end. The Ducks will roll around, look to make the pass. This one comes up off the glass. Kulak sees it hit the linesman in front of him, and this one with 13 seconds to go will keep battling, and that will do it for this second period. Both teams comfortable. No, it busts open to the wide side. Here's Janmark, sorry, was falling asleep, and the pass to the middle. That will do it for the period. So there you have it. The Oilers lead 6-2 after 2 periods play. You like to see that so far. Obviously, right now as well, the live stream doing its thing in the background, that's for sure. Just to give you an idea of where we're at. How about 250 hours on the nose? Good to see, friends. I will be right back. I just got to run upstairs, refill the water bottle, and grab a quick bathroom break. We'll be back to action here in a little bit. Give me a few minutes and we'll get things going for this exciting, I guess you could say, yeah, third period to play. Maybe a little bit rough stuff in this third period if the Oilers want to tumble it up with the Ducks. Gene Principe rolling around, and this looks like it's going to be James Hamlin coming in. I want to hear this interview. James Hamlin going here, and they rolled straight to the interview. And James Hamlin scoring his first career goal at home. And he's crediting an overall great play here for it right now as James Hamlin scores a beauty of a goal right there, top shelf, goodbye. And unfortunately, you can't use that adage for James Hamlin, but no, it's a good goal there for Hamlin, his second of the season, and you see how pumped up he is. And second career goal, 2 shots tonight for James Hamlin. And I'm going to head on upstairs now quickly. Friends, I'll leave you on the subscribe ad. If you'd be so generous to hit that button for me, that'd be greatly appreciated. I will be right back. Alright friends, my apologies. We do have the water bottle. We got that. We're good to go. So we are ready to rock and roll. The Winnipeg Jets came within an eyelash of tying that hockey game. They're 12-6-2 on the year. The Nashville Predators now 10-10-0, so that hurts the Oilers for the time being. But again, a win tonight, and now you're only 5 points back of Nashville. That's not bad at all. Soderblom kind of crapped the bed for me today. Needed him to get a win, and that could have changed things in fantasy. But it looks like for now, I've yet again lost by several points in the fantasy rankings, losing 7 to 5. No way. No way. I lost 7 to 5. So I tied the face-offs. I tied the hits. That is a huge, huge turn of events. My goodness. There's no way I actually did that. 7 to 5. I was down 11-4 this morning. And a quick move to get Arvid Soderblom a hockey game this morning ends up paying off dividends. Oh, wow. That's a victory. All right. Anyway, friends, let's continue on with the chat here tonight. As we are going here, where's my kitties? Yeah, the cats have not come down today. I've been a little upset with my cats lately. They've been doing some questionable stuff, I guess you could say. So we'll see if they want to maybe stop doing questionable stuff. Kind of, well, speak of cats, the one that is the most terrible to have on camera decides to come down and sit on the step and stare at the food dish from distance out. There you have it. There's your update. But as we keep going along, friends, yeah, we're rolling along tonight. I think the Edmonton Oilers having a fun hockey game themselves. That's always good to see. They really need to obviously do what they need here in this one. Yeah, is there any good photos from the game? Can we get anything going here for this one? James Hamlin scoring his big goal. That was huge to see. Connor McDavid. Ooh, there's a good photo of Connor McDavid that I need in my library of photos. Let me quickly grab that for the right there. We are going to do that. A little bit of quick thumbnail art during the intermission. Why not? Quickly get that going. And I think I'm going to ask the same question everybody else is asking tonight after 2 periods. Are the Edmonton Oilers actually back? Are they like the team that we saw run the table down the stretch of the regular season last year? Are they actually finally back? Because they look dang good the last 2 hockey games in terms of the goal scoring department. And it'd be nice to see them come back and maybe win some hockey games here down the stretch in this season. That's for sure. 65 points percentage. So don't mind me if the Edmonton Oilers find a way to do the job and actually get into the playoffs despite the impossible odds and all that. So Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers, are they actually back? That is going to be the question. I'm going to get a lot of negative reaction in that video based on asking that question. But basically what I'm asking there, friends, and you can be my support on this one, is just saying the Oilers have looked like the Edmonton Oilers we've said they should be all season long, right? Yes, you're going to bleed chances. Yes, you're going to have some shaky goaltending game to game. But end of the day, you're going to score 4+ goals a hockey game and usually 2 out of 3 times win the game anyway. So that's where I'm sitting here excited to see the Oilers doing their job. Jacob, to your point as well, Connor McDavid's looking like Connor McDavid from the last few years when healthy. So maybe he's back to 100%. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the Oilers get going here. So that'd be nice. Gage, you're going to the Jets game on Thursday. That is exciting as well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the Oilers have anything in store. I guess the post-second period scoring summary might be nice for you. Tonight so far, it's been Kane, McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, Hyman, Hamlin, and Hyman the second time with the goals. Connor McDavid has 4 points in this one. Vinny Desharnais, to everybody's shock, has 2 points in this one. He picked up his first assist of the season last game and now has picked up his 3rd assist already in just, I think, literally 4 periods of hockey. And Adam Ernie picks up his first assist of the season. So you like to see it, right? Darnell Nurse has 2 assists. Connor Brown has an assist, right? You're seeing some names on the score sheet that aren't regularly always there for multiple times or showing up multiple games in a row. And I think big part is you've got goals from Desharnais, Ernie, Hamlin, that's, well, points I guess you could say, and Connor Brown. All guys who were at one point either in the minors last season or not here last season. And in a game where, again, you needed a better performance, you show up against the Ducks and you get it going. Well, tonight you get that result, and that's thanks to a couple of guys showing up, right? Desharnais Ernie and Hamlin all combined on 1 goal, but Ernie combines on a Hyman goal, so that's 2 goals contributed by guys that weren't regulars in this lineup to start last year. And then you look at Connor Brown as well, adding another goal. So half the goals have been contributed by guys who weren't main cast guys at the start of last year. And obviously, right, not much change, but there are some new guys, and they're coming in doing their jobs right out of the gate here in this one. So good to go here and see what happens. Darcy, Edmonton should have won both games in Florida, but they didn't. That's the problem. Should and did, 2 different questions. Tough go, but we'll see what the Edmonton Oilers kind of can do here over the next little bit. Kings Rule, I meant to get to your comment. I promise you that. How did I get my name, Dolynny TV? I think you were back from the LA Kings live streams. Obviously, I'm just judging by the name here. But again, as I would say here, how did I get the name Dolynny TV? Quite simply put, I'm going to show you a little something here, and you can judge that as you may. If you can see this here, I don't think you can. That's tough. That's tough. Let's take this jersey off the wall. You'll know how old this jersey is, right? This Team Canada jersey, right? You'll know how old this is, from 2018. Well, you can see what's on the back here, and that is not for the purposes of YouTube. I can tell you that much. Okay, that's where we'll go with that. So I think with the nameplate explaining it that much, that's the way I can explain it to you, friends. Is it's a little something a little more personal to me than just a goofy YouTube name, I guess you could say. That's for sure. So there you have it. That's the best explanation I can show, and obviously it's something that I don't get to show off on that jersey very often either. So good excuse to do that. Thank you, Kings. As we've got the next 8 games, November 28th through December 16th. Vegas, Winnipeg, Carolina, Minnesota, New Jersey, Chicago, Tampa Bay, Florida, home cooking except for against Winnipeg. So Vegas, tough game. Carolina, tough game. New Jersey, Minnesota, trap games. Chicago, you should win. Please win. Tampa Bay, Florida, make of it what you will. Like Darcy said, we should have won. We didn't, so maybe we win these ones because we should. So that's where we're at. Bottom man, welcome in as well, as we get going here through the second intermission. But yes, Kings Rule. I wear that name every single day of my life. So that's the beauty of it. Yeah, well, that's where we're at, friends. We are rolling and walking here so far. Yeah, we should be good to go. Let me quickly take a look here, though, as we go along. 4015, 4.2. 281. Okay, so we should be on pace for 300 by the end of the stream. That's not bad at all. Yeah, friends. We're looking along. Chris Knobloch obviously looking to win his 4th game as Edmonton Oilers head coach. Yeah, hopefully everything comes together for him. And going to bring back the Yak City Series. Scout, that is the big question. If I ever get the chance to go full-time on YouTube, and I'll tell you, I would be very stupid at any point to go full-time on YouTube, just because having a full-time job, as anyone knows, comes with perks. I think, right? There's kind of some flexibilities and stuff like that, and that's kind of where we'd look to never really want to lose that. But at the same rate too, if I ever got the chance to go full-time on YouTube, the gaming side of it, even as Oilers Nation has found out, can be a little helpful support on the channel every once in a while. So the Yak City stuff, I mean, end of the day, is franchise modes aren't nearly as important in sports video games as they once were. They're a lot harder to pull off than they were back then to get the views and the appreciation for them. But Kings Rule, all right. You're asking me what does it mean? I don't know. Okay, I tried to play it funny. Dolynny is the last name, right? That's I guess the answer for you, friends. I think I've made earlier on in my channel history, I made no bones about that. I've kind of kept that under the wraps past few years, obviously. But yeah, Dolynny is the last name, so. That's where it is at. That's why it's the name bar, right? That's what I was trying to show you on that one. That's what I was trying to show you on that one, is it's the name bar on everything I wear, because that is what the name bar actually is. So something a little special to me, obviously. For anyone that knows my history, my last name's been very special to me my entire life. And it's obviously something that I look forward to being able to positively carry and positively put out there in the world every single day. That's something that's very important to me based on, I guess, my life history, my life experiences. Is my last name very much so stood for something years back, and to be able to make it stand for something now as well means the world to me for sure. So that's where we're at, friends. Yeah, that's where we're at as we will continue along here in this second intermission, if they were going to give us any content. But yeah, that's where we're finding ourselves right now. I don't know, John, you did make the funny pun there for sure. And Fix, favorite junior hockey team, I think that goes to none other. Again, for those of you that know my history as well, I guess you're deep diving into my history tonight. It's something that I have spent 10 years covering. I have not been involved this year, obviously. Oilers have needed the full attention this year, and being as removed as I am from up north in Cold Lake nowadays, the Cold Lake Ice, for friends, if you need any kind of sort of history on me, look up Cold Lake Ice Dolynny TV, and you will find a ton of history of my favorite junior hockey team, Junior B up in Cold Lake, Alberta. It's an institution that's been up there 20 plus years, and something that I'm very passionate about, and I wish I could definitely invest more in, that's for sure. So here we go. 8-3 would be nice, Madison. I would take that all day. 900 save percentage for the Oilers through 2 periods of play. 700 save percentage for the Ducks through 2 periods of play. The Ducks have had 41 shot attempts, 25 hits. We're ready for the 3rd period of play. Alex Killorn on the ice for the Anaheim Ducks. Adam Henrique out there to win this one. It is a face-off won back by the Ducks. However, the stream, as I mentioned, had to stream freeze as it normally does every period once a period, and we are rolling along here. Already 14 seconds into the period, the Ducks collect the puck. The Oilers turn it over almost immediately. This one's going to go in behind. Nugent-Hopkins back to the point. The shot from down low bounces off the end boards. Here's Connor McDavid rocking and rolling here. Can't seem to do it. This one's going to come up off the boards and fire for Evander Kane back into Ducks territory, near side corner. Kane comes crashing in, sends the man flying. 9:18 to go, and it doesn't even feel like this game's going anywhere, as this one will come across, as this is going to be shoved there. Kane's throwing the body quite heavily on this shift. This is going to be Leon Draisaitl throwing it around the boards. Kane trying to present an open stick. He will to the near side boards, fired up off a stick, and this will go bouncing over top of John Gibson, who, of course, remind you, is in net for the Anaheim Ducks following the Lucas Dostal pull. This one's going to come back into the Oilers' end, chipped up off the boards. Connor Brown just about takes a knee there, thankfully avoids it, and this is going to be Draisaitl playing ahead. He'll carry up and across the blue line over to Connor Brown now. Brown sees it chipped off his stick. 19-20 the shots now listed for the Edmonton Oilers as the Ducks across the blue line. Shot save made by Skinner, back to 20-20 just like that. Skinner was had again after a shaky start, a decent little game so far, stopping the last 16 straight shots as this one rolls around the Oilers' end. And here's the thing, the Ducks have rolled the puck around the end wall quite a bit in the Oilers' end tonight, but other than that, they haven't generated super much. And the Oilers only 20 shots on net, despite having some really good furious attacks in the Ducks zone. 18:05 shooting percentage through the roof tonight, kind of like the Tampa Bay Lightning there the other night that had a 50 some odd shooting percentage. Here's Warren Foegele, chipped off his stick, picked up now by Ryan McLeod. McLeod wheels around in behind the net, shot to the middle, tips off the stick of Foegele. He'll go back to the blue line. He'll look to turn this puck down low. The Ducks trying not to take a call here. Foegele doing a great job shielding the puck. He'll again shield the puck and turn this one off the wall, and the Oilers' third line is wheeling and dealing. Comes back to the near side point. Bouchard plays it down near side to Ryan. They're still moving around the offensive zone. My goodness, Foegele, a beautiful poke check. There's a penalty coming up against the Ducks, so he did draw a call. I would assume Foegele did. Here's Bouchard wheeling back to Ekholm. The point shot comes in. Gibson the play. The puck blowing dead as the Ducks touch. So 17:15 to go in this third period. Brad, welcome in as well. Glad to see you aboard. And Greg, welcome in as well. So we are doing it all right so far. And there is the hook on Fogle. I thought he called it a hook, but Fogle just won the battle. Just doing his thing. It was the back referee that had the call, so that's why we couldn't see. And then I didn't really count the men on the ice. 2-minute power play for the Oilers. 17:15 to go. The power play 0 for 1, no shots. It was kind of a rough one, split between two periods where neither power play got anything going. Back to the point. Bouchard overshot, fired, blocked in front. Nugent-Hopkins shot it into the shin pads again. Bouchard spun around, would have turned over the puck if he would have brought it back in. And this one's going to be near side pass to McDavid, spinning off the wall. He's going to chip it back to Bouchard. Bouchard back to McD. Down low to Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking off the goal line. He's going to fire it right in front. Trying to find a tap home for Zach Hyman. Couldn't do it. Stuart Skinner out to play this puck. $1:26 to go. We'll see how quickly this Oilers power play unit changes. Here's Draisaitl across the line. He's going to see it chipped off. Here's Bouchard. Bouchard near side to Hyman. Looks like a goalie and a player collided. Connor McDavid and John Gibson got tangled up. And there it is. We'll have a stoppage in play here as McDavid will see John Gibson get up, and he's all good as McDavid came rushing in. Had it poked off his stick, and then they both tangled up accidentally. Gibson didn't realize that McDavid was actually coming, and then he just kind of wasn't paying attention, nor was McDavid. They both got tangled, and then they go down on top of each other. The referee blows it dead. McDavid gives him a tap on the head. There was nothing malicious there. As that one just almost didn't work out for either team. Could have been negating the power play for the Oilers, and Gibson could have gotten hurt for the Ducks. Would have been a disaster. Dostal having to come back in cold. 31 for 41 on the penalty kill in 8 road games for the Ducks. Crazy to think they've played 18 games and 19 games and only 8 on the road so far. 16-18, third period to go as the Ducks and Oilers trying to get this power play a go. They're offside, and the Oilers just look like they're going to do everything they can to keep the Ducks off the scoreboard here in the third. And if they find another goal, great. So the crazy part about it here so far, friends, every single goal in an 8-goal outburst in this hockey game has been 5-on-5. The Oilers have 6 5-on-5 goals today. That's a pretty impressive feat for this Edmonton Oilers squad. And here we go. This one's going to be chipped back into the Ducks' end. It takes a funny hop off the boards. Ducks regather back the other way short-handed. They'll get across the blue line, work down the wing, and try and look for an open option. Nurse is going to seal it off. Second unit is on the ice, by the way, here. So if they get rushing up the ice quickly, they could find a way to do this job. Back the other way, here comes Nurse. It'll be played ahead by Fogle. He'll chip it off a stick. Can't seem to do that job. The monkeys are out in the chat, of course. And this one's going to now come to Evander Kane. Kane plays it in front, chipped up over top of the net. Didn't work out. This one's going to be played back down now by Kane. He'll get it back to the point. Nurse over to Ekholm. Ekholm back to the point. Miscue at the blue line. 11 seconds to go. Kane plays it near side to Ekholm, who will again miscue it at the blue line. The Oilers having a little rough go. This is going to work for the Oilers. 2 seconds of power play time here. So Adam Ernie's got 2 seconds. Ernie in front. Misses the pass. Hamlin back on the ice as well. He's got a goal tonight. Kulak's got this puck here. 15 minutes to go. This is the best way to stream hockey games, friends. Nice and just knowing what the final outcome's going to be. You just don't know the final score, but you know what the outcome is nonetheless. And this one with 14:54 to go here in this third period to play. The Oilers look like it's all but certain that they're going to clamp down and just keep the Ducks sealed off the rest of the way home. 21-20 the shots, right? Efficiency, the name of the game tonight. Ducks near side in their own end. They're going to go rolling behind the corner and now back out. Here's Vetrano. He's sealed back by the Oilers forecheckers, and they're just not even able to make it across center. The Oilers pretty much standing 3-2 at the blue line here. And this one comes back off the end boards. Ryan Strome now with the puck. He will play it along the boards. This is going to be worked by the Ducks, who can't seem to get off the boards. Nice support near side by the Oilers. Chance to the middle. Backhanded off the pads of Skinner. Defensive support in front of the net for the Oilers. Brett Kulak, another man, seals it off. Connor McDavid, the shot blocked in front by Kulak. and 8 of next 9 home games for the Oilers. Here come the Oilers. Here's Vinny Desharnais. Near side pass to Hyman. Pass in front, shot, fired, blocked. I don't know what that was. Hyman's going to battle this one near side to Connor McDavid along the right wing in the Ducks zone. McDavid's tripped up. He maintains possession of the puck. He went down rather quickly on that one, kind of right in his wheelhouse to go down, I guess, moving his feet. And Cody Ceci is pushed off the puck, picked up by the Ducks. Tripping call coming up, and the head coach for the Anaheim Ducks cannot believe this one. Shella, welcome in, and to all of us friends tuning in, welcome in. I was glad to have you aboard. Kings Rule, because I missed your comment last time, I'll get to it right now. Why do I think the Oilers power play is struggling this year? Again, right, you set the league's best power play in history. I think teams adjust to it. Connor McDavid hasn't been as dynamic so far this year, so a couple of factors there kind of play into it, and obviously I think they're going to start rolling here. They'll probably finish the year around 28.5%, I'd imagine. And I mean, realistically, what, 3 for 6 in the last 2 games, so rolling at 50% again. They get one here, suddenly you're 4 for 7. Yeah, that's going to play. That's going to play okay. And I think that's where we're going to see this turn, is the Oilers get back to winning some sloppy hockey games like Florida, like Tampa Bay, and then all of a sudden it all works out for us the way we need to. So we'll see what ends up coming of it here, but the Oilers just need to get the job done tonight, first off. That's the big thing. Focus on the picture today, worry about tomorrow later, and we should be fine and dandy. And friends, to say thank you to all those that tuned into that video a couple days back there that has set the all-time record for views on a single upload on Dolynny TV. I don't know if all of you caught that, but that blockbuster trade video that I did a little while ago there, what was that, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday? That is now the all-time leading video on Dolynny TV at over 47,000 views. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's nice, you know, I was pumping up Patrick so much when it came to him setting an all-time record, and now I get a chance to just quickly answer right back and set an all-time record myself. So a good month for the both of us. Unfortunately, again, though, no blockbuster trade materializes, but it would have been cool to see the Oilers go out there and do something there for sure. 0 for 2 on the power play so far for the Edmonton Oilers. This one's going to be chipped up off the, Anaheim Ducks zone down to Stuart Skinner. 13:25 now remaining here in this third period. Evan Bouchard's going to get turning back for Connor McDavid. Back the other way across the blue line. Here comes McDavid spinning off a check, battling through and winning that puck. McDavid over to Hyman. Hyman's going to go back up to Draisaitl. There's Hyman skirting that shot through, or that pass through, whatever. Now here's Bouchard over to McDavid. McDavid down low to Hyman. The shot blocked in front by John Gibson. Over to the far side, Bouchard. Picked up now by McDavid. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard over to McDavid. The shot comes over to Draisaitl. One-timer scores! Just like that, Leon Draisaitl puts it home. How about that, Gio, my friend? Yes, indeed. Connor McDavid waking up. 5-point night for Connor McDavid and company. And Leon Draisaitl scores a one-timer on the power play. You like to see that. What an effort there. Zach Hyman almost had it. He would have loved to get that one for sure. But you look at this here, a shot for the Oilers. What a pass from Connor McDavid. That is vision. I mean, look at John Gibson trying to save that goal. I mean, look at it. John Gibson is literally doing the Superman baseball dive. And he just was not going to be able to get that one. Leon Draisaitl on point gets the goal to make it 7-2. And we're running up the score against the Anaheim Ducks here. 9th goal this season. Leon Draisaitl on the power play. Connor McDavid, Evan Bouchard draw the assist. McDavid's 18th assist of the year. Now up to 25 points in 20 games. Connor McDavid ready to rock and roll Linden. I think that's going to be the saying all the way around. Is a public opinion is about to flip heavy on this team, especially if we end up beating Vegas. 12:16 to go in this third period, 23-21. The shots on goal for the Edmonton Oilers, 12-10. as Troy Terry comes down into the zone. Vinny Desharnais leans on him. 7-2, 12:02 to go in this third period. This is going to be turned around by the Oilers. Ryan McLeod's going to get across the blue line. He's going to fight off a check. Maybe two, maybe three. That was a wild ride there. Ryan McLeod's actually had a very decent game for minimal impact overall. Cody Ceci, though, battling here. Derek Ryan gets the flip into the Ducks zone. 11:40 remaining here as the third period rolls on. Puck picked up by the Anaheim Ducks to the near side. Cody Ceci will go to fake out the Ducks defender. Played off the end wall to Darnell Nurse. Nurse flips ahead. This one, I don't know where that went. It just kind of landed at center ice, and Ducks fire it back in. But like I said, the Oilers, more or less, were going to do the job in this third period by just sitting around, defending, holding off the Ducks as best they could. And that's kind of the big thing. The Oilers have to learn how to hold off the Ducks. And that's kind of, well, not the Ducks, but hold off the opposition. And that's kind of where we're seeing for this Edmonton Oilers team so far is the last little bit. There's another trip against the Ducks. And here you go. When it's not going good, it's not going good at all. And that's a penalty against the Ducks for another game right there, or another play in a row for the Ducks. I'm all kinds of discombobulated. One of them, as I seen King's Rules commenting it here, complimenting, I guess you could say, and here I am bumbling it all the way home. That's fine and dandy. I don't mind that at all. It looks like Max Jones is a little beat up, so's Grew, the disappointment on the bench, and here's Ryan Strome taking out the legs of Leon Draisaitl. He's down on the ice, and he's talking it over with the linesman still. A little shaken up there, a little snowy as well. Tiffany, welcome in. And we're going to have the face-off to the right of John Gibson. It appears like there was a little fragments of something in the ice. Linesman's picking something up there. And we're going to have the face-off for Ryan McLeod. 10:49 to go here in this third period. One thought, I don't know what's going on here. Fought back by the Ducks. It's going to be flipped back to the blue line, kept in by the Oilers. Is this the second unit? I think it is. Here's Fogle up over the glove. Couldn't save the puck was Gibson because it went up over top of the net. $1:43 to go. The second unit may get 2 minutes entirely here. Here's Ekholm firing it into the far side corner. The Oilers kind of using that Ducks playbook to keep possession in the offensive end on this power play. Obviously the B squad doing it. Here's Nurse firing the shot. Fogle fires it just wide. Oh, I thought he had slammed it home. I saw that puck bounce out so quick, but it was from behind the net. And this one's going to come back down low. Here's Nurse. 10:08 to go in this third period of play. 1:15 to go as this one's going to be played ahead. Kulak's going to fire it in. And this one's going to go rolling around in behind the net. Fought off. The check was Ryan McLeod. The Ducks, though, do gain possession. It bounced off a couple of sticks to the Oilers end. 9:48 to go in this third period. 57 seconds rolling left on this power play, and I think the Oilers are just going to roll the top unit. No, it looks like Nugent-Hopkins is out there, so maybe a AB squad, and the Oilers have a stoppage in play coming up here. It looks like Darnell Nurse has taken a penalty here with 9:37 to go. Well, look at this, just good work here from the Oilers power play unit, and Fogle just misses that net by a minute as that one goes just wide. That's tough. That's tough at all, but yeah, no, hopefully the Oilers kill off this penalty when it comes due. It'll be 4-on-4 for just a few minutes. Darnell Nurse gets caught with a hold on Sam Carrick, and we will well, get to the roll here as a slashing call against Darnell Nurse. And yeah, let's see what the Oilers have down the stretch here in the last 9:37. Be nice for them to clamp down one more goal. I know Mr. Wolfie there was saying 8-2 would be a nice score, so I would take 8-2 if we can get there. See what happens. 4-on-4 for the next 48 seconds, and then we also got to do a post game, but we'll just do it live as we go along. I've already got the post game thumbnail ready to roll, so we don't have much to worry about. Connor McDavid across the blue line. There's a penalty against the Ducks. Here's McDavid rolling in on the attack. The Oilers to the power play. It's going to get sloppy here at the end, that's for sure. Connor McDavid rolling around the zone. He's going to slap this one on net. Maybe not. Drag around to the far post. Here's Draisaitl missing the pass. The Oilers don't mind that. That's going to kill clock, right? That's the big thing I've said about this period. The Oilers just need to continue to kill the clock as they need it to keep moving. Here's now Bouchard over to Kulak. Kulak will pick up. Oh, sorry, that's McDavid. Across the blue line, near side, Bouchard. Bouchard looking. Passes off the shin pads. The Oilers are literally in control of this hockey game 7-2. Just going to toy with the Ducks by the looks of it here. 8:45. They're pressing just for offense. Not another goal. Just to keep the puck on one side of the ice. Here's Kane across the blue line. The Ducks finally get the touch. A solid 48 seconds after taking the penalty. And this will be a, well, now weird situation here. I actually don't know how this all works out for the Oilers. All right. 4-on-4, 59 seconds to go here. Holding against Mason McTavish. 24-21 to go in this shots department. The Oilers 7 goals on 24 shots. My goodness, let's go. 59 seconds of 4-on-4 for the Oilers. I guess they avoided the penalty kill. That's the big thing here. The Ducks turning over the man advantage back in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. A little bit of sloppy play here in midway through this third period. Cam Fowler leads out off the face-off win. Back the other way, Vetrano over to, is that Benoit or who's that? I don't know who that is, but Warren Fogle just got turfed, whoever it was. Ducks couldn't direct that puck on net. Skinner had slid way too far to one side. Would have easily gave up a goal had that been directed on. Though Fogle gathers at his own blue line, he'll fight to center. He now fights Ceci to get across the blue line. Instead turns back because got misdirected by his own D-man. Here's Kulak, or sorry, Ekholm, with the puck. He'll go across over to Ceci, who misses that one. Connor Brown loads up. Brown over to Kane. Kane will fire the shot. It'll deflect up and out of play with 9 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. It's going to be wild to watch the ice time here late in this one. I'll tell you that much. The Oilers don't really have to play the big boys the rest of the hockey game. I mean, you get a 5-on-3, maybe you dunk it on the Ducks there, but you look at it here. The Edmonton Oilers, Evan Bouchard's already played 21-53. He's a +2 with an assist. You look at Cody Ceci, of course he was injured, only played 12:04 so far. Leon Draisaitl, 16 minutes and 45 seconds, easy money. Connor McDavid at 17:23, you like to see it. I think you'll see a lot of Hamlin, a lot of Ekholm, Janmark and Ernie late in this hockey game. They're all below 10 minutes, so I'd expect them to get every third shift the rest of the way home in this hockey game. So hopefully it works out. So Brad, you're going to bed early a.m. I get that. I understand that. Good night. Have a good one. We will catch you next time out. That's for sure, friends, as we are about to get into the later stages of this third period and see what happens. All right. You guys are just chatting away. I love it. When you guys chat back and forth, that's fantastic. That makes my life so much easier. And obviously Peter has always played an important role in the chat. Kind of man of many languages, that's for sure. So he's able to chat up those friends that unfortunately I don't understand what they're saying. So we just make sure everybody's kind of taken care of in the chat. Obviously I miss enough comments. It's tough to understand the ones, that's for sure. But last Sunday, Connor McDavid was 108th in NHL scoring with 13 points. After a 5-point night, he is currently tied for 13th. Just like that, Connor McDavid goes from 103 to 13th. That's the kind of guy you're dealing with. Connor McDavid, he wakes up and gets going. Scored 12 points in his last 4 games. Not a bad week for Connor McDavid at all. Here's the face-off, one back by the Oilers on the 4-on-4. It's going to go down low into the far side corner. They're going to roll up here and probably get things going. I'd love to see Hamlin get some power play time here. I doubt it. But it's going here as Connor Brown will roll it off the boards. Matthias Janmark gets back to the point. I've been messing that up. Here's Ekholm now. He'll go over to the far side. Now the shot comes in. Connor Brown loading up Evander Kane. Kind of similar play again. Couldn't do it this time. And going here. 7:10 to go in the third period. And we'll see what happens here. This one will come ahead. And Evander Kane goes over. Matthias Ekholm back pass down there. And this one will continue to roll around as everything is working around the zone here for the Oilers on the power play with 17 seconds to go. Kane loaded up one more time. Couldn't get the shot off yet again. Near side pass. I really want to stoppage and play here for to throw something Peter's way. 6:40 to go. Puck loaded up. Evander Kane fires shot, save made by Gibson, fired up over top by Janmark, played on down. Here's the Oilers looking to load up this pass. Janmark with an awful one there. And the Oilers continue to try and do the job. 6.5 remaining here in this third period as this one rolls around. 6:18 to go in this third period. 25-21 to go. Hamlin on the ice now. Like I said, expect him to get a lot of ice time late in this hockey game. A good reward for another good effort turned in, and Noblock knows what he's got in the youngster center fourth line guy. 6 minutes remaining here in this third period to play. 25-21. Puck to the outside wing in the Oilers end. Ernie picks it up. Desharnais with Hamlin and Derek Ryan with him. As that will be picked up now by Kulak, flipping in near side. Here's Hamlin battling off the end boards, trying to play this one in the middle. It'd be nice to see Hamlin pick up some assists this season too. Really put up maybe a 15-20 point season. That'd be amazing to watch. A guy that went undrafted, earned his way up in the AHL system, and is now fired up through the NHL system. Here's Nugent-Hopkins and Connor McDavid on the ice now. 5:22 to go here in this third period to play. Here's Cody Ceci. I would assume this is Connor McDavid's second last shift of the hockey game as this one comes near side, and John Gibson will finally freeze it. And I get to the comment there for Peter. Peter, I know that you're currently doing that and all, but I know to your comment there about Russian, Ukrainian being similar in terms of languages. I've known many folks that have immigrated from Eastern Europe that can speak pretty much everything all the way west to Belgium pretty much. It's actually pretty wild how not necessarily similar all the languages are in that cluster from Russia to Belgium, but more or less how much every language in that region is spoken within every country. So that's kind of the craziest thing to think about Europe, of course, too, how interconnected it is and all that. But it's wild to think that, right, you've done for 3-4 years now here on Dolynny TV, kind of the back and forth with the friends that I can't necessarily chat with because I don't have time to translate chat. But it's wild, right? It's the similarities between languages over in Eastern Europe are absolutely unreal. So the fact that, right, friends, we can misinterpret that ourselves is pretty nifty, I think, actually. And that's kind of the coolest part about the global reach of YouTube and kind of getting to do this for you for sure. So Connor McDavid Rasmus has, I believe, 5 points on the game. 5-point night for McDavid, obviously, with a goal and another 4 assists tonight. You like to see it, and we'll see what ends up coming from it here tonight. So Spencer, if we win 60% of our games the rest of the way, we end up missing the playoffs at about 90 points. That's the issue. So the Oilers need to win. The math is 65% of our remaining games. But again, if you win 6 in a row, say, right, and you've already won 2 after tonight, you win the next 6 in a row, that math does end up going down towards 60. So that's the biggest thing. The Oilers dug themselves a hole early, but you can go out there and win hockey games now in the next 20, and suddenly you're right back in the situation. So it would be nice to see what happens here. And let's go here as it comes to the near side. Mintuyakov fires that shot. I had him on my fantasy squad there for a little while. He was riding hot, but unfortunately it just doesn't add enough in terms of all the other categories to produce what I needed. 442 in this third period. Mintuyakov will fire it in to the Oilers zone. Skinner back out to play it. That's a botched play there by Nurse, I believe. He fell down, but actually it's going to be a penalty against Killorn. Nurse is having words. We're going to go to the power play. I don't know what's happening here. Marla, welcome in as well, as we're just catching some friends tuning in here last little bit of this hockey game. Yeah, we should be close to go here. Raptors versus Nets Tuesday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And yeah, here we go. Penalty to Alex Killorn as he ends up taking, back, kind of not necessarily a slew foot, but more or less a slew foot, I guess you could say. Power play for the Oilers, nonetheless. 2 assists for Darnell Nurse, and we will have this B unit take the face-off yet again. Ryan McLeod gets it going, and this one goes over to the far side to Kane. Now here's Nurse, fires the shot, blocked in front off of Fogle, I believe. And this one's going to come around near side. The waves rolling around Rogers' place right now. Ekholm, near side pass into the corner for McLeod. This one comes far side now. Kane back to Nurse. Here's Ekholm, pounds it home. So, 8-2. And Mr. Wolfie with the call of the game right there, saying it was going to be 8-2 at some point. Gets that through. And the Oilers absolutely dummy the Ducks tonight. And I love this. One of the fans in the stands doing the old clap along that I do at the hockey games when the Oilers score goals. I love that. I dance like an idiot. I clap like an idiot. And I just all around enjoy the Edmonton Oilers scoring goals at home. I'll tell you that much. That's a huge, huge goal as Nurse gets it over to Ekholm. Nice deflected pass there by Nurse. Just a beautiful kind of double tap of the stick to get it to the backhand. And then he fires it through and it goes all the way home. Ryan McLeod providing the screen in front. Like I said, I think this has been one of Ryan McLeod's best games of the season despite minimal impact, realistically speaking. 3rd goal this season for Matthias Ekholm, drawn Darnell Nurse's 5th assist of the year. By the way, that's his 3rd point of the game. And Evander Kane also picks up another assist. You like to see that. And I was joking about it in the start of the live stream. If you go back to the very first comment, my comment was smoke duck for the Oilers tonight. And the Ducks definitely got smoked. That's for sure. 3:33 to go in this 3rd period. All that remains to be seen is if the Oilers bleed another goal or if the Ducks get a little nasty here at the end of this hockey game. We'll see what happens here. As this is going to be picked up by the Ducks. Fired, chipped in along the boards. It's 9:34. Doesn't even feel like it. This one's been moving along all night. 3:12 remaining here in this 3rd period. And we are going to get to coast home on the final 3:07. An icing call against the Edmonton Oilers. Friends, I don't often make mention of it late in the stream. I usually do it in the 2nd intermission. Didn't do that. If you haven't hit that like button yet, we're at 97. I mean, hey, 97's great. Let's go, Connor. But, you know, that 100 mark would be absolutely fantastic as well. And before I lose you here, right now, if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please come back, even if you don't, for another one of these live streams. That would be greatly appreciated. Your support tonight has been fantastic, let me tell you that. We're just about to cross 5,000 views on the stream tonight. Another huge game for the Edmonton Oilers, stepping up and getting the job done. And these 5,000 view live streams in the middle of the season, they didn't happen last year, and it's quite special that they're happening this year, that's for sure. So here we go. 2:41 to go. The shot fired down by the Ducks. They're rolling around. A little bit of just lazy play there from the Oilers. But again, like I said, just keeping the Ducks to the outside, not really allowing them middle of the ice, and the Ducks not really being able to generate much. Kind of making the Ducks look like the team that they still are, right? The Ducks aren't a top-tier team by any means, and the Oilers dummying them the way the Oilers shoulda and would dummy them last season. This one's going to be fired back down low. This is going to be Stuart Skinner leaving it there. He's been active in the last 2 periods, disrupting the play. This one's going to be played now by, I believe, Leon Draisaitl, I think that is, down there, as this one's going to be flipped up ahead. We got 2 minutes to go. Back over to the Ducks side of the ice. This is going to roll around. This one's going to come back for Leon Draisaitl. The wave is absolutely rolling in Rogers' place right now. Here could come the Ducks one more time, firing it down on Stuart Skinner, who makes save number 21 of the game. This one comes in front as Kane will roll this one lifted high into Ducks territory, and the Edmonton Oilers fans are losing their mind for a good performance here for the Oilers. Caden, welcome in as well, and Yeet, welcome in as well. If I didn't catch you earlier, there's 1:25 to go here in this third period, and the 8-2 the score as the Oilers will roll into the last 75 seconds of this hockey game. A big time victory against the Edmonton Oilers opponent, the Anaheim Ducks here. This is huge so far. Honestly, I'm lost for words, right? This is the team that we've been waiting for all season to watch, and here they are on the ice right now, absolutely turning in back-to-back great performances. You've scored 13 goals in your last 2 games, give up 2. That is going to lower that goal differential quite heavily, and the Ducks get a turnover last second. Here's the shot blocked by the Oilers. Vinny Desharnais steps into the lane just like that, and this one's going to come back the other way now. And this is the only side I've got to say is the tough part is I didn't get to listen to the crowd all night. Would have been beautiful to hear them a little bit more, but 28 seconds to go, and here we go. The Oilers fans starting to stand up in the crowd with 22 seconds. Some fans running for the exits. Fair point. Rogers Place a nightmare to leave, but it looks like we're going to have a little bit of something here as Oilers fans are standing up and everybody's out of their seats cheering for the final 10 seconds. Proud of the boys' effort, just like that. Like I said, winning changes everything, and the court of public opinion with this hockey game, mine included, is going to change quite substantially after all is said and done. Brian, to you, you're the first one to mention it in the chat. Play La Bamba, baby. That's a fantastic effort for the Edmonton Oilers. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It means the world. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, I would love to have you aboard as a subscriber. It's free and costs you nothing. You just get the perks of being able to be notified of the live streams videos a little bit faster. Shall we? With that said, obviously having to compete against the boys on Oilers Nation, Edmonton Sports Talk, and yours truly as well, Patrick, from the Oilers Fanatic. Let's get to it. The post-game edition of Dolynny TV starts right now. Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard this evening as the Edmonton Oilers, you see right here, turn in an 8-goal performance, a 5+ goal performance for the second game in a row, and this time beat the Anaheim Ducks 8-2. An absolute stellar effort from the Oilers. I mean, you know what? Here I put it this way in the live stream, simply put, for the Oilers, this is the kind of effort you should expect against the Ducks. The Ducks are still quite a subpar hockey team. Yes, they're ahead of you in the standings, but as we've said for a majority of this season, the Oilers are not the team they have showed they are, and tonight they turn in that performance that says, no, we aren't that 6-12-1 team. We're now a 7-12-1 team in convincing fashion. So when you see the title tonight, and I got to make sure I mention this before the first minute's up, it's not a question of are the Oilers going to go on a run and win the Stanley Cup. Is the Oilers team, as it was last season, back on the ice here in this season, right? Is good things are going to happen if the Oilers keep winning 5-0 and 8-2. That's undeniable. Mixed results though. You've got Vegas Tuesday. Does it hold up? 7 p.m. puck drop. We're going to find out. Friends, if you are new to the channel here on Dolynny TV for this post-game edition, I'd enjoy if you could hit that subscribe button. Closing in on 15,000. Big night on the live stream helped out with that as well. But no, friends, it's going to be a huge, huge thing to see if the Edmonton Oilers can truly pull off more or less the improbable, not the impossible. I've never ruled it out 100% of the way, but I think to say that the Oilers winning this season in a good fashion is improbable. You got to win 65% of your games from here, but you do the math now. We've got 15 points in 20 games. That leaves you with 62 games left in the season, and that's 124 points, right? 124 points. You multiply that by 0.65, suddenly that's 80 points, so you are right there on the money. You're actually under 65%. 64.5% gets you 80 more points. So the Oilers in 2 games have taken it from here down to here in terms of what you need to do to win these hockey games, right? We were about 66% just over when we faced the Washington Capitals of games we had to win points percentage wise, and now suddenly you're down below 65 just like that 2 games later. So the Oilers putting together a little heater here, right? 2 straight wins. Now you go into Vegas, and I'm going to tell you, we can recap this hockey game all you want, but the Oilers being back a night like this, that says a lot. Max Jones had both goals for the Anaheim Ducks. Evander Kane scored the first one for the Oilers. They were down 2-1 at that point. Connor McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Zach Hyman, James Hamlin, second of the career. Zach Hyman, Leon Draisaitl, and Matthias Ekholm put together the goals the rest of the way home to score 7 unanswered goals. And the funny part about that, the Oilers did it all with just 2 power play goals, 6 5-on-5 goals. Mr. Stuart Skinner, friends, a good effort, shaky in net in the first 10 minutes, clamps down, gets the job done. Obviously, you like to see it. Everybody on the ice, Cody Ceci and Warren Foegele and Ryan McLeod were the only minus players in this hockey game for the Oilers. .913 save percentage for Stuart Skinner, who, again, over the last, 5-6 games has turned in a below 2.60 goals against average and a above .905 save percentage. So Stuart Skinner regaining his momentum as well. So you like to see it. It's been a great effort for the Edmonton Oilers. Would love to see more of this. I think the biggest thing we saw tonight is the Oilers got up at the end of the first period. They were up 4-2, and they were cheating for offense where the Ducks would let them in that first period. And then the Oilers from there just kept, shoot the puck when you had an opportunity, find the net, and they did it. Just simply put the puck in the back of the net. It was a bad night for the Anaheim Ducks. I'm not going to say that the Oilers dominated the Ducks 110%. Not a really good night at all for the Ducks. They were bleeding chances in that first, and the Oilers buried them on that. And then the Oilers got some power play goals as well, and you end up winning 8-2, and now you're 7-13 on the season. The Ducks are 9-12, and you're 3 points back of them. But no, it was a fantastic. Just the Oilers did exactly period by period by period what they need and what they should do to win hockey games on a consistent basis. Now, by no means should you go down 2-1 every single first period, because that's a disaster recipe, especially if you do that against Vegas on Tuesday. But again, right, the Oilers took advantage of what the Ducks gave them, and that's going to be the key line against the Vegas Golden Knights on Tuesday night, is when the Golden Knights give you an opportunity, capitalize on it. Connor McDavid, what's to say about him? A 5.9. Yeah, capitalizing everywhere. But the Golden Knights, I don't think you can expect the Oilers to score 8 goals against, because again, Logan Thompson, Adin Hill, either or has your number, and you're probably going to be in tough to score more than 3 or 4 goals. So the question is, you've given up 2 goals in the last 2 games combined. Can you give up 3 or less against the Golden Knights and either A, force overtime and get a point at minimum, or B, go out there and get the 2 points based on giving up 2 or less? That's going to be the big, tall task for the Edmonton Oilers this evening. So, friends, that's where we currently sit after all is said and done. I'd like to thank everybody that's tuning into the live stream right now, so we're still hanging with me. I'm just going to do a quick refresh of the X machine to see if there's anything here. Connor McDavid on team after the slow start. By no means are we dead in the water. And no, right, they still controlled their fate. They could easily go out there and win hockey games and change the momentum of the season. And that's kind of what we see happening here. Yes, you know what? You ended up losing that hockey game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. You lost against the Florida Panthers, but you were right there in it. Obviously, Carolina was a bad night. You didn't win. That's fine. But you know what? Now you answer back with a convincing 13 goals in the last 6 periods of hockey. You're averaging 2.1 goals per game in the last 2 periods. That's 2 games. That's pretty impressive. The Oilers are going to win a lot of hockey games if they score 6 point some odd goals per game. So, friends, it's a good night. The Oilers, are they back again? I will reserve comment until we win against Vegas, if we win against Vegas. But it's a night where you feel good. You love watching the Oilers of old stand up at home on a Sunday night to kickstart the week and win you a hockey game. Obviously, the standing O for the Oilers in the last 10 seconds of the hockey game shows that Oilers fans haven't completely given up on this team. But at the same rate, too, there's still a lot of work to do. So we'll see what the Edmonton Oilers are able to muster here at home against the Vegas Golden Knights before heading to face the Winnipeg Jets. Again, you win those 2 games, you're talking about now all of a sudden a 9-12-1 hockey team that is just at 19 points, and you're right in the thick of the playoff race at that point. You're maybe 5-6 points out, and anything can happen when you're 5-6 points out by Christmas time. So friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thanks so much for being aboard. I am up on out of here tonight. I will catch you tomorrow, bright and early, when we talk about Ken Holland. I promise you that. And friends, I do mean that literally. We will be talking bright and early tomorrow about Ken Holland. For now, though, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. I am up on out of here. Thanks for everything. We'll catch you very soon. By that, I mean less than 12 hours from